this working? Is this on? Yes, we are live. Hello, Kefnet. Who's ready to rumble? FTK. Sunny Valkyrie, good to see you. It's been a minute. How you guys doing this fine hump day?
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Oh my god, it's the disembodied voice of I'm Sue. I knew he was in this room and he still jump scared me.
Yeah, no, I'm just doing stuff in the background chat while we prep for our podcast a little bit. I've made this joke before, but every time I hear Kefnet, bro, it makes me want to go out and make an alt username called Hazard the Useful.
Sunny Valkyrie, Aeonix, DDR Davo, not Nayuda. Good to see you guys. Hey, Belcock, what's up? How's my evening? My evening is stellar. Thanks for asking. Hello, Sir Tilt. How the hell are you? I'm having a problem finding out what type of player I am. Not sure I can help you there.
Are you talking about like playstyle?
You talking playstyle, or are you talking like early game, mid game, late game? I can help you with the first and the last. I mean, yeah.
Whatever you enjoy playing the most.
What's up, Beardy? Oh my god, Guild Wars. I gotta do Guild Wars. Shoot. I gotta do Guild Wars, and then I gotta move some gear around. I hate the snowdrift. I can't find my mouse cursor in the snowdrift.
Yeah, this guild war kind of sucked. Oh, we're actually bringing it back. We were losing really badly. We were down like 3,000 an hour ago. Suddenly everybody remembered, oh shit, it's Guild War Day.
Damn, I hate both of these teams. I'll let somebody else figure it out. What'd you do, Scorpion? Wow, that's bold. Strays cleaving that one.
That first team that you just looked at, most people have that team. Right? Again, like I'm pretty sure I went.
Why would you strays cleave this? It seems like a foolhardy.
Yeah.
Like if I was going to.
You're talking about Arunka. You're talking about Arunka, Raz, Setska, right?
You know.
it took forever, but I did made Ilanev for the event.
Hey, Pocketful! Thank you so much for the 8 months. Hell yeah. Wulf Diene.
The goat.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Screw it. I don't have time to figure this out. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Except I'm gonna, instead of Watcher, I'm gonna use a ROM and just double tap it.
Like you said, if you didn't hear what I said, the top one I just did Freerin, Ilanav, made Chloe.
What'd you do on the bottom one?
It takes forever.
Yep. No, we're going fast. We don't have a lot of time. I gotta move some gear around.
I didn't fight this tower, but like almost all of the towers have that top team. I fought everything else. Because this tower I don't think was unlocked. I was the one that unlocked this one, if I'm mistaken. One of them I unlocked.
Probably Karl on the bottom one to bait. How about we just do it back to him? Elvira to bait the Renok. Setska, and I'll make sure she's on the good artifact. And my own damn lady, the scales. And this guy can suck it. Is this the right Setska? Not the right Setska. Here's the right Setska. I need to re-gear my Setskas. Get him! Hey, Durstar! Oh no, that Aram is way too damn fast. Oh shit. It's okay. I should cut, right? I totally cut. I ain't scared. Cut! Stupid freaking wrong gear on Aram, and she... this used to be speed tuned. I did the same thing this morning. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's in fact not okay.
It is 7 different kinds of not okay. Show me symbol of unity power, strays. Hit everybody. Hit them all. Imagine how good this would have been if I had if Aram was now going and I could hit him a second time. But now I just die for fun. Don't counter me. Son of a bitch. This was so perfect. Lame. Undeserved loss. Stupid speed tuning. Wow, that his lady the scales is 290 speed. Or I mean not yeah, his lady's fast. Would now be a good time to look for a new guild. Including myself, there are 3 people active in my guild. Yes. Yes. Dump those zeros and get into a good guild. You do not want to be in a shitter guild for Ancient Inheritance, especially during Ancient Inheritance. I mean, especially during the holidays when most guilds are going to be kind of slow anyway. So yeah, right there. Right there, right here. See, over here. Check this guild recruitment hall. Join my Discord. Let's do this. Go find yourself a decent guild, man. Lots of hungry guilds out there looking for active players. You know what? They don't have to push it back. They have done 3 week long. Remember the very first AI they did where they're testing things out, so they made it 3 weeks long to just test the waters to see how good it was? They could just do that. Just make it 3 weeks long again. That gives us a week outside the holidays. Solves all the issues. They got the infrastructure to do it already. Make it a Christmas present to everybody. AI's 3 weeks long, so you don't have to sweat it that much. Everybody will be able to complete everything at that rate.
That's a good solution, because otherwise, you're on your own, Tristen. Me and Baka got other stuff to do during the holidays.
Rats, no fear. Blammo. Oh, pee poof. Sorry for the stupid question, but how would you play turn 2? It means that the enemy goes and you're still alive for turn 2 to take control of the fight back. Turn 2 is to tank down what aggro is to cleave, right? It's a slightly faster tank down where you're trying to flip the tables on them. You're running a team that can weather the storm, that can answer the questions that their team poses, and find a way to fight through what they're dishing out so that you can flip the script on them and make them top right, because they go, wow, my shit did not work and I did not expect him to survive that, and now my ass is grass. As opposed to tank down, which is just build everything so damn tanky that you're unkillable and just slowly bleed them to death. Nobody likes tank down. I think tank down is only marginally more disliked than cleave, but everybody likes turn 2 and everybody likes aggro because they're respectful of your time, they're cerebral styles of fighting, and they're interesting. Let's see. I cannot start a battle. I've already attacked this one. Oh, top team's easy. We'll use... See, I used the faster ROM. I screwed up. I was supposed to use the slower ROM. That's why that didn't work. What do we got down here? You know what? This worked last time. Let's do it again. Am I going to get Diene? Is this a rhetorical question? Of course I'm going to get Diene. Wow, look how fast that Bellion is, guys. Holy crap.
She only has 18k HP.
I know, but I'm 309 speed, and this bitch is at 97%. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
I bet that catches really a lot of... Yeah, but when you look at this team, do you think speed? I bet he catches a lot of people off guard.
It's also on 3F, so... But it hits like a noodle because it has no HP.
You cannot escape my sword. Pee pee poof. I love you're like, oh, I got Ilanov. That'll stop strays. Ha! Let's do it again. Am I stupid? But I think Diene should be broken, and why not go for an opener build? Diene cannot guarantee a strip, or she dispels, but people aren't going to build her with ER, I think, and she, even if they, or sorry, people aren't going to build her with effectiveness, and even if they build her with effectiveness, 15% is still a thing. And when you're talking about stripping immunity off of 4 targets, there is like at least a 50-50 chance that you don't get the immunity off at least one of them. And if the immunity is still up, she can't seal anything. And if you buff stack, it's only a 2 debuff strip. So if you buff stack, she can't strip any immunity. And if immunity is still up, she's useless. Now, that's all predicated on her being an opener. Now, if you run her with somebody like Ran, who can soul burn and guarantee strip all that stuff, she becomes much, much stronger. But that's the first thing, is that she doesn't have a strip. Second thing is you have to have a soul burn involved. So if somebody takes all the souls away, like Bellion, like say I run Bellion and then I run a team that's not relying on soul burns, she doesn't do really anything until, because nobody on your team can soul burn unless you pack somebody that can burn without souls. Third is she is very, very vulnerable to Luna, Mage Luna, who is the same speed as her. She's vulnerable to Naqual, who I believe is faster than her. What else do we have? The new girl Hecate is definitely going to steal her lunch money. There are lots of counters to her. Even Green Celine, I think, can cause her problems. So that's what's so great about her. If you pick her on 1 or 2, you're going to get steamrolled. But if you pick her on 4 or 5 and you've drafted properly, she's a must ban or get wrecked. She is very, very, very strong. Might be one of the strongest aggro characters we've seen in a long time. And she is positively going to slap. You only need to build health on her and a little bit of speed. She doesn't need a lot of speed, like 240, 250. So, not a lot. It maybe put some effectiveness on her to help with her strip. But she also has a lot of counterplay. So that's the hallmark of a balanced unit. I think she is fan-freaking-tastic, and people are like, oh, didn't Smaugate say they weren't going to make broken jack-of-all-trade units? I think they did. I think she's got a lot of counterplay, but if you play into her strengths and you build a team around her and you draft her properly, she's going to be damn near unstoppable if your opponent doesn't see it coming. And she's not miserable, right? She's not Lady of the Scales. She's not Boss Arunca. She's not Maid Ruel Celine. She's not she looks like she's a fun fight and not one that's just going to feel awful to fight against. I like everything about her except her voice. I don't like her voice, but that's just me.
Oh, not liking Erica Harlacher. That's
I'm not
crazy.
talking about Erica Harlacher. I'm talking about the direction she got. Why did Diene need to be a child? Why couldn't we have got like at least semi-adult Diene? But yeah, I think people that are saying she's the most broken thing to ever be broken are overreacting, and I think people that are saying she's mid and skippable are overlooking a diamond in the rough. I haven't seen a unit be this balanced yet strong since Lionheart Sirmia. And she feels like that, right? You first pick Lionheart Sirmia, you're probably going to get run over, but in a draft where Lionheart Sirmia works, she positively wrecks. And that's kind of the way I feel about her. But I tell you what, though I play aggro and cleave more often than any other style, and I do know just enough to be dangerous, I think this unit is the most Valky unit to ever Valky ever. She's like totally his style of play. She's an aggro bridge unit, and that's everything that he does. So I'm very curious to see what Valky's take is on it as a unit. I know Sue put out a video on her. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet, but I think probably 80 to 85% of Sue's takes on units have always turned out to be true. Every once in a while, he'll whiff one. We all do, but more so than just about anybody else, he's pretty good at looking at a unit and saying, this unit's going to be busted, this unit's going to be shit. So you might want to check out his video. Not just glazing Sue up because he's in the room. He does have really good takes.
I think
Sue doesn't like her. Never mind. Sue's terrible. Don't listen to that guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I actually don't think she's balanced, but I don't think she's broken. I don't know if that makes sense. But like, so the character feels like Witch, where it's like, when the character is not generically playable in a lot of scenarios, but the spots where the character is playable, she's like oppressively good.
Yeah, I think
that makes sense.
I think I think having solid counterplay options is what makes a unit balance. I think I think she doesn't look broken, but I don't think she looks bad either. And yeah, I don't know. I just keep, and not just because she's a redhead. I just keep thinking of Lionheart Sirmia. I think in the right situation, she's going to be oppressively good, but you've got counterplay options, and she's not a unit that like you're just going to first pick and win, like you do with Ilanov, like you do with Landy when she came out, like you did with Luna when she came out, like you did with Harsetti when she came out, like you did with Scales. Still, it doesn't have that feel, and that's something Smilegate promised to move away from, and I think they've done it here. But it's all just mental masturbation until the unit's out and tested, right, guys? We're going to be yapping about this until January 1st when the unit actually comes out. And then we'll see for sure.
Yeah, the only thing that I think, like, I don't dislike the unit. Like, people were saying I don't like the unit. I think the unit is, like, I'm fine. I mean, I'm going to pull for the unit. I think the unit's, like, pretty good for all playstyles. The thing I just had the issue with was I was like, man, can we like stop giving every character everything and the kitchen sink? Like, she didn't need the dual attack with the highest attack character. Like, I'm not saying that like, it breaks the character, but it's just like, come on, man. Like, you said you wanted to rein things in a little bit, and we kind of like are still putting a little bit of extra. We're putting a little bit of extra on the top here when we don't necessarily need to. That's my issue, and I know people kind of attack me for that take. But like you, excuse me, you know as well as I do, Tristen, from talking to CMs in the past, like they've absolutely 11th hour changed like AOL, Navy Captain Landy, like stuff like right before the video goes live, they make something like a quick change like an hour or two before they post the video. We know from experience of talking to it. So I just thought it was weird that like 5 days ago we put out this like statement, and then like we still kind of went a little extra on things that didn't necessarily need to be there, but the character would have already been really, really good, right? So I just would have liked to see a little bit more restraint. And I know people are like I said, I definitely got one guy by a couple people who are like, yo, can you like not nitpick? And I'm like, well, if I don't say it, like if Tristen doesn't say it, if your favorite content creator doesn't say anything about it, they're not gonna stop doing it. Like you have to put that voice out there to speak to people and let them know like, hey, like this is like a wrong step. Right? I think that they've done, for the most part, SG this year has done a phenomenal job. Like, I got to do my year in review for Epic 7 for 2025. It is a significantly better year than 2024. I basically got my whole wish list of everything I've ever wanted in the game except for nerfs in PvP. So, like, PvP is obviously the thing I'm going to harp on because I think it's the last, like, major bad spot blemish on the game right now.
That Setsuka's very good. I really like the HP. The riposte set's nice. I think you did a pretty good job on her. Damage feels a little bit low, but I think with that artifact especially, yeah. The HP is surprisingly high. She's gonna be able to deal with a lot of Elviras in a way that most Setsukas can't.
Yeah, that was my TED talk. I'll get off my soapbox for at least another half hour.
Oh, we'll I'm sure there's gonna be more of it. we're gonna argue so damn much about Diene that poor Valky and Anya aren't gonna get a word in edgewise. We need a high sign to shut up and let other people talk. Chad, I'm relying on you to tell us to shut up and let other people talk. Oh, why am I not skipping this?
Bro. Tristen is low-key the king.
I do not talk over people and interrupt them.
Oh, no, you don't.
I am pretty good about never talking over you, man.
Okay, well.
I always make sure you get your turn.
I know. But I'm saying, you're like Mr. Monopoly, bro. You're Mr. what is his name? Like Pennyworth or whatever the Monopoly man's name is. Bro, it'll be your time to speak, and you'll just be like, and so after 17 minutes, that's why this pack is worth buying. And I'll be like, bro, like, what are we doing here?
Oh, show me a tags book. That is not a tags book. Okay, I might have bought some packs, guys.
I was gonna say,
might have bought some packs.
I'm just ripping on you for talking about packs for a while. Now I'm like, wait a minute.
Go!
Lua. Damn.
I was like, there is no freaking way you just called that shot. All right. Okay, guys. Put your guesses in chat. Who is this? Who's it going to be? Who's the next one? Why can't she be better? I know.
Yeah, she's so cool. She's probably one of the coolest designs of the year, and she's just...
I'm not going to ask Chad anymore. Chad just keeps saying rat. Tywin would be horrible. I'd almost...
It's a hot.
Oh! Holy shit, I thought it was Shu.
To be fair, you got a green Shu.
I know, that's why I like about the same silhouette almost.
same voice actress as Shu.
Oh my god, too close for comfort. Let's go.
Tywin again, let's go. Not Vivian.
Hey, Fumir.
Damn,
a little bit all right.
I'm usually pretty good at these called shots. I'm sucking wind right now.
All right, last one, Sue. Who's it going to be?
Oh, hold on. Let me think about this. You know what? I'm feeling Rowana. Let's go.
You're feeling Rowana. I wish I was feeling Rowana. Let's go. Pow. It's not Rowana.
It's Asteria.
Dude, well done. You actually nailed that one.
I said Asteria.
Oh, I thought you said Saria, like Saria.
No. I said Asteria. You got.
You could have just rode with it and like, see, I said Saria.
Oh, Chad would have called me that. Yeah. He pulled
it's Saria. See, it's Saria, just like I said. It's Saria.
the significantly chestier version of this area, apparently.
Okay. Artifactos. Surely I get at least one 5-star artifact out of this. What do I want? What do I need more of? Renewed wills. Show me some renewed wills.
And you know what's gonna happen, bro? You're gonna get JFA like me.
What up?
Yo, bam! Thank you for the subscription. Bam! 33. Hillig Lance, show me at least a Tagoar's ancient book. That is not a Tag's book. Tag's book. You know what? That's fine. You can never have enough Arius to seize. Give me something sparkly.
Arians.
Speculum. Yes! Yes!
Ooh, Atticus. Atticus
yes!
is actually very good.
Good one. Very good one. I will take it. More. Who uses Arius nowadays? Like half of the knights in the game.
Bro, without Arius, the turn 2 playstyle is not real.
Oh, a second one. Son of a bitch. Well, we got 30 powder, guys.
I was jokingly saying JFA, but that's worse. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's worse than JFA. I think the only things worse than Knowledge Seed are probably Cradle of Life.
Actually,
and
to be fair, it probably isn't because people cooked up that Guild War tech, but like if you
oh,
ask them
3! Fuck, 30 powder.
Yeah, Unseen is not good. Here we go, 4. Ready? The JFA
I'll take
dream
4.
is still alive.
The JFA Dream? Nope, the JFA Dream is not still alive. But I'm telling you though, man, 3 5-stars out of a 10 pull, way better odds because you only have a 15% chance. Oh my god, that was a lot of arties.
Yeah.
Freaking Knowledge Seed though. Ugh.
I still can't believe it hasn't been buffed after all these years. Bro.
Okay, once it's buffed, mine will be plus 30.
It's straight up like been in the game for what, since 2019, 2020.
It's like the ultimate troll. It's like it's the ultimate petty artifact, right? It's the well, I might be losing, but I'm pissing you off on the way out the door.
Yeah.
What else do we get? We got an Edicas, right?
Oh, you don't have a max Atticus.
No, that's why I was really stoked to see it.
I have, I think, 215.
Because I took a page from your book and made an Edicas Luna. Here, check her out, man. Ain't she pretty?
I love Atticus Luna, man. It's one of my favorite characters to
Look
play.
at this. Look at her. Look upon my works, ye mighty in despair.
I mean, she's certainly tanky. Have you tried to use her with Yulha? This character, like Newman Luna on Atticus, is really funny with Yulha.
Oh yeah, sexy.
Well, because she's so fast.
Super dragonization.
Yeah, because you're so fast and she gets 50% CR. Sometimes, based on the CR like lineup, you can actually get all 3 spears in before you your opponent takes a turn. You're just like, meow, just throw 3 spears in a row, get the damage.
What was the other one we got? We got Edicas, we got Knowledge Seed. What was the other one? For those who say who needs Arius, I want you to count the number of Ariuses I have on my account. It's so good. Oh, that's right, Unseen Shitter.
Tristan, I'm gonna step away for a second. Something requires my attention.
No worries, man. 30 powder. Normally I never sell 5-stars, but I got 3 of these things, and one of them's plus 30. And who are the 5-star units we got? Let's see, we got Fumir. I think Fumir I can use. I don't think she's maxed. Effectiveness is a really good imprint too. Alencia, I think my Alencia is triple S. Is not. Man, we are eating good today, guys. Eating good. And my Saria. I know my Saria is not triple S. Lovely. Guys, if there is a pack that, if you were wanting to spend a little something on a pack right now, there's actually one that I'm thinking about nabbing. Let me show it to you guys. Ooh, piece of candy. No. This one. Because if I grab it right now, 4 of these days will be after the wish list is in. So I get 4 free 10 summons into my wish list, and it's, you know, giving me some bookmarks and sky stones, but it's $50 for just 4 days. Now, I mean, getting 10 elemental summons is kind of nice too, I guess. They are the big ones, but I don't really need them, right? I don't really need them. But if you're, yeah, $50 is a lot. If this was $30, I'd be all over it. But $50 is a lot, especially when I'm only would be doing this for imprints. Now, if you're sitting there relatively new and star for units, this is a pretty good pack for relatively new, just because of the wish list systems going into place. It's 40. You'll have to use 1 today, but you'll get 40 summons into your wish list, which is kind of sexy. Only 19 minutes left, though. This is good for new players. This is a really high amount of Molagora. I'm not getting it because I've got a metric fuck ton of Molagora. This is more leafs than you can get from. I'm doing it. You guys are going to have to wait for a second while I take a quick trip to the Ukraine here. Give me a second. Do I have time? It's going to be close. Oops. Wrong emulator. Well, the reason is because those other packs, I think this is going to be free for me. It's going to be at least one of them is going to be free for me, and it's better, it's more Leafs than Burning Passion pack, guys, and the Otherworldly Blessing, that looks impressive too. What Beardy said. Bling. Oh my god, you're so slow, LD player. You get so spoiled by the PC client, guys. So spoiled. Shop. Let's see. This is Hot Deal Pack 2. It's this one. Insufficient. I thought this was going to be enough. I guess I'm a little bit shy. It's okay. I will grab this one. Let me not dox myself here. And that'll give me enough to grab the next one. Surely. Claim. Yes, hang on. I got to claim my gems. Give me a second here. Claim. 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 Haven't got that one yet. How about this one? Claim. Oops, wrong button. Damn it. Good. Claim this one. This one. Okay, I got all the coupons. Back to Epic 7. Back to Epic 7. And... okay, we go up here. Continue. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that free pack. Look at that free pack. If you guys are not using the app gallery to make your purchases, you are leaving free stuff on the table. And this one's half price. Bitchin'. Huawei app gallery, guys. Okay, I was like, yeah, I thought I entered that right. And I got some Huawei points to claim here. The Huawei points that I claim, I can use those on any app in the app gallery. So if you're playing multiples, why can't you use the currency from where you live? For political reasons, Huawei isn't allowed to do business directly in the US, so it's got a dogleg through another country. Apple didn't like that Huawei took most of their market share. Not anymore, Magna. Join my Discord, ask in there. They'll let you know which is best. Alrighty, so let's close this up. This is going to trip balls because I logged in somewhere else and crash. We'll go ahead and close this, confirm, and we will. Hey, have you guys ever been like playing the game and you hear this little jingle bell kind of a chime, like somebody's shaking the ever so quietest jingle bell in your ear and you can't figure out where that damn noise is coming from? And you've tried turning all the sounds off on your browsers and have looked everywhere to figure out anyone else or just me? Because I figured it out. It drove me nuts, but it's frickin' stove. Up here under settings, there's sounds and notifications, and there's sounds in here. So if you have posted anything in Stove and somebody replies to your comment in Stove, you get a little jingle bell notification. It doesn't pop up anywhere. You just hear a little jingle. Man, it drove me freaking batshit insane trying to figure out where that, especially when I was recording. I was like, where's that coming from? So I don't know, maybe just me, but there you go. Got this. Oop, not that. I got this. And the best part is, since I bought both of those packs, the freebie should still be in here. Free for me. Nice. Okay. I don't like the Young Senya pack. I think the gear is mid. You do you, but I think this is only about a $20 pack, not a $50 pack. You only got 13 minutes left. I would love to buy this, but it's so expensive. $30 for 7 of these boxes, and half of them are going to not do what I want them to do. I just can't do it. I can't do it. This is probably the biggest scam in the game, even at $9. This is really good for Molagora. They've never sold Molagora this cheap before, ever. If you're Star for Mola, this is a really good deal for Mola. And I think if you are less than 6 months old, this will get you a lot of baseline units, but it is a gacha pack. You could get absolutely nothing from this. Absolutely nothing, but a bunch of 4 stars and 3 stars. So be aware, this could go badly for you. Alrighty. Oh, and this pack, this is okay. This gear, 17 speed, that's better than a lot of new players have. It's gear that I think you will probably use far into the late game, but eventually you will get better stuff than this. It just might take a couple of years. So for $27, it's a good way to get some decent starter speed gear, especially with how important speed is in this game. And another Gamba pack. I mean, the 10 Leafs is worth about $5 already, but yeah, I'm not getting that one. All right, though, you only have 11 minutes to make that decision. Is the app gallery thing on mobile? No, unfortunately, it is emulator only because it relies on the built-in VPN that comes with emulators to do its tricks. So sadly, it does not work on mobile. But, you know, you just borrow your buddy's computer, drop an emulator on it, log in, do your stuff. You saw how I did it, right? I just pulled up an emulator and went right back to the PC client because nothing beats the PC client for speed and being nimble. And also, of course, there are lots of PC client exclusive packs that you can't get through the Huawei App Store. So some of those PC exclusive packs are pretty sexy. Like, you won't even see this one right here. You won't even see this one on Huawei because it's PC only. You also won't see this on mobile. Yeah, Secret Gear puts her to 277. Yeah, it's very nice. It's not bad gear. It's not epic gear. 88 gear score is kind of mid as fuck, but the speed is really nice. Especially the right side speed. 17 speed on rings and necks, that'll carry you for a while.
I'm pretty sure you don't buy those pieces unless it has the speed on it.
Yo, Anyo. Snuck up on me, buddy.
I'm gonna sneak up here too.
Oh my god.
Welcome back.
Jump scares.
Yeah, that's what we do here.
The same way no ice is gonna jump scare you.
F that noise. Let's go kill something easier. Ew. Ew.
No, that's it. That's what we do here.
We'll just kill this. We don't care.
Fighting Sasuke.
Our city. Our city can blow me.
Yeah.
That fight took a little too long. Yay. Next. Show me a free Rin. Free Rin, free win. Free win. I don't think I've ever lost this fight in my life. That's wild. Did I get gear gapped, or was that the luckiest Setsuka in the world?
I kind of gave up on PV Arena.
Okay, how's this happening? Hang on.
Missing an artifact, aren't you?
It might be. How is this happening? 75 turns. Holy shit.
Chat, what did I do to not be able to roll speed?
First, you need to rename yourself Man Mode.
Yeah.
And then you'll roll speed gear.
I tried to do
How just outlasted me. That's wild. Whoa, what happened there? Wow, outlandish. Let me check my gear again. Cuz this team has never let me down before. No, it's the Fast 3F one. That's as it should be. And this is the right Setsuka. Elvira still has gear. It's the right it's not the right lady of the scales. Oh my god.
Bro, why is it so hard? I just don't understand, bro. I almost penta-rolled speed, and then it decided not to.
It really was just the wrong speed on Lady of the Scales. Absolutely wild.
The struggle of owning 2 Lady of the Scale is not.
Free win, free win.
Welcome to being Tristen. You just have like 2 copies of everything.
Never
I don't have
forget
2
it.
copies of everything.
Yeah, 3.
Almost
There are some things like, you know, Bellion I've got 3 of, and Harsetti I got 3 of, and Imperial Ilanov I got 3 of.
Never forget Harsetti polling session.
My third Imperial Ilanov's in storage because I can't build the third one the way I want her to. I just don't have the gear yet. I got to farm some of that stuff. There's the Bellion sisters. Fast one, counter one, injury one. Let's go.
Oh, you saw the injury. Holy.
I think injury's gonna make a comeback with the warfare rules. I really do.
That is true.
Yeah, a lot of people have been cooking stuff with warfare rules a lot lately.
Yeah, I went ahead and remade my injury Harsetti, and I've got my effectiveness Harsetti, and then I've got my Guild Wars Harsetti. Do you know what happens if you take a fast Harsetti against a slow Harsetti?
You lap, I'm pretty sure, right?
Hmm?
You could just completely lap around them, right?
Yeah, everybody's speed is based on the slow Harsetti, but the fast Harsetti speed is unmitigated. So like everybody else is like 120 speed, but I'm 276. So I take like 2.5 turns for every 1 turn they take, and just spam control and damage on them. So even though her damage isn't that high, she does crazy good stuff. It's absolutely freaking hilarious.
That's actually really funny. I did not know that interaction.
Yep.
That's really funny. But no,
Free range.
injury warfare rules, man. People have been showing me some really strange stuff, dude. Like I've seen injury on characters. I'm like, why is that injury? Like,
Free win, free
This
win.
is the end build I made.
What's the difference between servers? Servers impact the guild you can join, and servers impact the regular arena you see, but Guild Wars and RTA still cross servers. I think it also impacts the people who can be on your friends list.
Yes.
I think that's about it.
yeah, it used to be more restricted, but they've opened it up over time. Right?
Yeah, it used to be like each server was isolated. The only place where servers could interact was RTA, but they recently opened it up so we could interact in Guild Wars.
Yeah.
Will Hecate be a staple unit? I think so, with how insanely powerful the metas are and how good she is into those. Yeah, I think she'll be a staple unit. I don't think you walk away from Hecate.
Yeah, I think she's not. We'll see, right? Look, we'll see. The big
Yeah.
thing I keep hearing people saying, like when I did the headhunt tier list the other day, a lot of people were like, oh man, I think you're overvaluing revivers with Hecate coming out, and I'm like,
That's wild.
I was like, Spirit Eye Celine still just blows the character up turn 1. Like, what are we talking about here? How does that character lose value in the face of that character? Like, I just want to say how Celine loses value.
How can she be 272 speed and missing gear? Paris is so freaking cool. God damn, she looks good.
Yeah.
Can we bring back Blue Para?
Yeah, I want to do Blue Para. But yeah, like injury, man. I've seen people, they're like, dude, check out my green Landy injury build. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, I bought, you can see the stamina up here. I bought it out.
I've seen a Abyssal Bufine on injury. I'm like, why?
Yeah, she needs a 10 speed EE, right?
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about
Yeah,
that one.
she definitely needs one.
Maybe if your account's name is Tsuzumiya, sure, but otherwise, no.
Giving Blue Para a 10 speed E is kind of insane.
Yeah.
I think it's fair and balanced.
That's one way to say balance.
Okay, hear me out. What if... I was gonna say, what if it's just like you just give her an EE that just makes her have like built-in Warhorn?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, sure. No big deal.
How about
it's
instead
like
of a
on your-
10 speed EE, how about an EE that just gives her Zeo's passive?
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, she just gets Supreme Authority. No big deal. Of course, we're obviously joking, chat. Like, none of these are good suggestions.
Is Hecate's artifact good? It looks good on her, but I.
It's Ubtooth 2.0 basically.
That's a guaranteed Ubtooth.
Yeah.
It's just Ubtooth. It's just another. It's just.
It's Ubtooth. Yeah, I'd pick one of them up.
Yeah, so if you're free to play, you play that. Unless the attacks.
Yeah, it's Ubtooth, but you can't crit, and that's a big deal. Like even the shittiest of shitter units have between 50 and 30% chance to crit, depending on elemental advantage.
I mean, sure, but like most characters that play Ubtooth aren't really trying to crit ever anyway. And I get it, you're like 15%, so okay, so it's not as consistent. Whatever. Everything else in this game is based around 85% chance, like whatever.
Okay, I can't do anything else because we're about to go into maintenance. I'm going to let you two kind of yap and run the show for a minute because I've got to piss like a freaking racehorse and I need to get that taken care of before we start. So
Like
you guys can enjoy staring at my slow ass Renok and enjoy the ASMR that is Anyo. I'll be right back.
I was gonna say, speaking of racehorses, we have Uma Musume Master Valky here now.
Let's get it.
I've never seen a pissing segment in that game before. Maybe Tristen can show me where it is. I'm not familiar with this game.
No, I mean, Uma Musume too revered for that. There's no way. It would never happen.
Yeah, the horses in that game a little bit too cute.
You can't make the whole horses hold it forever. That's just not humane.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I caught up on the Uma Musume drama from like a couple weeks ago with PETA, and I'm like,
drama.
no. Like, what is this?
I mean, there's a Mugen video where if you watch that,
That was what it
in,
was.
like,
I watched
20
the
minutes
Mugen
and
video.
you're basically caught up.
I was just
boy.
like, there's no point.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a holiday looking at that later.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that guy kind of cooks, man. Every weekend, I've been like doing some kind of long form cooking. He's had a video to like accompany me through that. That guy's been putting in the
I still have not made it through the Cinder video, bro. Like, I'm 3.5 hours to the 5.5 hour Cinder video. I'll get there eventually, dude. It's like my audio book, right? Like, I'm doing chores around the house, right? I'm doing dishes, bro. You put on like, let's listen to 10 more minutes of this Cinder drama.
I'm pretty sure I only watched like 30 minutes to an hour, and I'm like, okay, I get the gist.
It's audiobook for parasocial degenerates. Woj. It's crazy.
Oh man, like that of all the drama that happened this year, I think the Cinder one hurts the most because I actually did enjoy watching Cinder's content.
Man, I'm not on my channel, so I gotta watch what I say. If you're familiar with VTubers and their kind, it's not really that surprising that they like backstabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Like, that's like, oh, another VTuber were backstabbing people? Shit, man, with the sky blue today too? Fuck, no way, say it ain't so, G. I feel like it shouldn't really surprise anybody at this point. I don't know, just me?
Yeah, I guess so, man.
True.
Like,
Yeah, happens every Tuesday.
now that you say it, I sit here and I think about, like, there's like a new VTuber drama every week.
Yeah, it's like every Tuesday, bro.
There's a VTuber drama right now. Like, it's over the most nothing thing ever. They're like, oh, you don't understand. Like, the friend of this one VTuber literally accidentally gave up her previous life on her debut stream. Whoops.
Hey, Anya.
Hey.
What's the greatest nation in the world?
Anything that involves Yulha.
Urination. Let's go.
No,
I can't believe we're both for that. I guess I'm not.
You're right, I am an Asian. Whoa.
Urination.
I sure am an Asian.
Clearly, it was the Fire Nation, bro, because everything changed when they attacked.
Rue. Let me get some cameras up and running while we listen to some Guilty Gear music.
Let's get it.
See a new Guilty Gear Strive collab. I swear I thought it was with Etheria when I first saw it.
Oh yeah, it's with Eternal Return.
Yeah.
Strive is
Of course, I can't
colliding
get you
with
guys
Eternal
on the
Return.
same screen.
I mean, they got
Come on.
characters like Jacko from the hit game Epic 7.
I know. Yeah. And they have Kai Kisuke, the character that was supposed to be, you know, the other main character, but somehow just keeps dodging collabs with games that I care about.
I
Sorry,
mean,
though,
when
could-
like Dragon Ball collabs with games, did they ever do Vegeta?
Honestly, fair. You would think that it would be, but like, yeah.
Yeah, like it'd be like that, right?
Yep. Sorry, bro. We got Frederick Balsara, bro. We're fine. Even if he is just a golem farmer.
I'm a permanent golem farmer. Let's get it. Give me all that HP gear. Give me all the protection set gear. Preparing myself.
This guy, man.
I've always been a golem believer.
I mean, that's fine. I'm a golem believer also. I would prefer to be a speed believer, bro. You think I want to be? You think I want to be turtle status, bro? I've gotten a couple of 20 plus speeders recently, but like I need more, bro. I actually want to like be able to race people.
No, man, you have to stay down here with me.
I'm sorry, Sue. I couldn't hear you over the sound of how fast I am. What were you saying?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Who's like, if fast, why no frame?
Yeah, exactly. Bro, I'm looking at this Renacchio up on screen, bro. I'm not gonna say who, bro, but I saw.
Oh, it's a shitter Renac, but you know, it's.
I saw a 300 speed Renac earlier this week, but the gist is that it was 20k HP on Revenge set. I was like, no, this is dumb. Get this away from me.
It's kind of a shame, honestly, if you think about it. I feel really bad for them because now they have to farm triple pursuit set now that shit comes out.
Oh, no.
And like you have to make it
yeah.
fast too. Otherwise, what the fuck are we doing? You know, not going speed set. So it's like, you know, I just feel bad for them. That's it. They got so much work ahead of them.
Triple Pursuit Young Senja sounds pretty fun. Just watch them blow up.
I can already see this. The real freaks are gonna come out the woodworks when they're running 300 speed warfare set Tamarin.
Yeah, dude, you joke, but there's at least 4 people in my Discord. That's the #1 thing they're farming post patch. It's
Well-
like you guys are serious.
But what are they farming?
Warfare Tamarin for Cleve.
I mean, I know
Here's the
somebody
thing,
who's
right?
doing that almost for certain, because you know he's the owner of a 336 speed Renac. But then, he realized if he needed to do that, he would have to play more Epic 7. So he talked himself out of it. So you know, you guys are welcome. I contributed to that topic, so you guys don't have to deal with a like a 310 speed fucking Tamarin in RTA. You're welcome. You're welcome, chat. I got you guys. Even on vacation, I'm holding it down in the community. Woj.
Yeah, remember, guys, we're talking about all these new sets and stuff. The new sets come out on, if I'm not mistaken, January 8th.
Yeah, they're not there
That's when January 8th is when the new Rift goes live. It's when the new Otherworldly goes live, and that's when the new sets should come out. So yeah, if you want a little future sight here, January 8th, new Rift, new Otherworldly, new sets, big changes to the game from that. The week prior to that, January 2nd, that's the balance patch announcement. So we get to see what heroes are getting buffs and stuff, and that might impact who you choose from your headhunt. So if you got the opportunity to lock your choice in, I strongly urge you to wait and see what the balance patch does to the meta. It may do nothing, or it may totally change your pick. And January 1st is when MLDN comes out. So all that stuff is 2026. Everything else is happening this year, though.
Mm-hmm.
Which set will be good on Hecate? I mean, probably speed.
I think she's
Warfare.
designed to go with the 2 new sets. Like, you really wanted to be Warfare Pursuit.
Isn't it kind of odd, Sue, that they're doing Hecate's banner like tomorrow, like soon as the game comes back up, but her side story doesn't happen until until Christmas Day?
Didn't they do
I think
some-
they kind of maybe like a little bit learned their lesson, because if they let that shit fly out like a little too soon, what I feel like is gonna happen is people are gonna be really mad that Diene is too much of a problem. So in order to combat that, they're gonna like let you pre-fire with the Hecate, so Diene's not necessarily that big of a problem, and then once Diene's not a problem, they're like, okay, here's the actual Hecate release window, which is now everybody gets to play with the real set and the real artifacts. Whoa.
Oh yeah, the sets.
Yeah.
They did this with Setsuka also, though, if you remember. Like, Setsuka came out like early, and then the sets came like right after, and then she got an event right after. It's like, yeah, like I'm used to it at this point. It's weird, but it's fine. Content is content. I'm just happy that it's content.
That's sure. Yeah, I agree.
If you hit that, it pings the server.
All right, well, sorry,
Well,
guys.
okay, no more looking at units, guys. Sorry.
Did it got
My bad. I did not think that pinged the server. Oh well.
This
It
why
is
they,
what it is.
This is why they have somebody that does like stream controls while casters do their thing.
That's okay. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about.
Do tell.
Are we just going to get in and start arguing about our opinions on Diene, or should we talk about some
Oh,
other
geez.
stuff first?
I'm on vacation. You guys can argue.
Fight,
Yeah, I'll be on vacation like in a week or so, going to see Divine before New Year's.
How are I doing that anyway? I was not
What
pinging
are
the
you gonna get
server.
him for
I was just
Christmas?
looking
I'm
at
sure
files on
he's
my
not here
device.
right now.
No, I already hooked him up, bro. I told him, I was like, look, bro, I want to get you an indie game for you to enjoy, but you have like 600 things on your wish list, and I just spirit bombed him with a bunch of Steam cash, and I was
Oh,
like,
nice.
do it up, bro. Just get everything.
You know what I told him to get? Valky?
What would you tell him to get?
I told Sue to get Divine a ring light. So
Yeah, I
you
know,
would
I actually-
you
I
would
actually
fucking
thought
hate it,
about
but
it.
it would be hilarious.
I told him if I could get him anything, bro, like I would have like commissioned on Etsy a Ruel light blanket for him to throw over when he's casting. Bro, so when the match is just like super snoozer, he could just throw the Ruel blanket on and just
That's
stomp
very
out.
divine. That's very divine.
But unfortunately, yeah, can't find anybody that could do that for me.
You,
But it
you
would have
guys
been
know
funny.
what Divine gave me for my 30th birthday?
What?
He walked up because he was on, that was like his first across the country road trip with I don't even think it was
Was Drak-
Drac at the time. Actually it might have been Drac.
It was track, yeah.
Right? It was the first one. And he pulls up at my house, right? And I assume this is just something he had with him along the way because they've been living out of a
Oh,
car.
I do know this.
Yeah,
story.
one of those like super bright lights, right? He's like, Valk, I got you an anti-rape light. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, try rape me right
Whoa.
now. I'm like, I put my hands up. I'm like, okay. He turns on the light. It was goddamn bright. He's like, ha, got you now, bitch. You can't rape me.
This is like
So
some
to this day,
10
I'm like,
billion
damn, I want to get
lumens
Divine a
light.
light, but it almost seems like I'd be re-gifting him. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that. Shit.
I don't know, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. This was a big update, guys. Like, normally I do my little news covering the updates and stuff, and it's like an 18 to 20 minute video. It was almost 49 minutes
Oh,
to go over this stuff, and I cut stuff out. I didn't even talk about Diene. So a lot is showing up. So Diene's it's still weird to me that we're going to jump into kind of some Diene story, but we're not going to get any lore on Hecate until a week from now. But the changes to the
Whatever.
way they're handling the story are coming out. This screenshot right here. What's your take from this screenshot?
Advent's back. Yay.
There's no arrow to the right to show you more things.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh.
they announced this. Yeah, this is it. This is your PvE content for the next 3 weeks.
No expeditions, no trial of the constellations. I don't even see Rift or Otherworldly, though. There's a footnote at the bottom, I think, addresses that.
Look, it's fine. They want you to farm Advent so you can get the new super what is it? Gear,
Oh, the
mod
super
gems.
mod gems? Yeah. Yeah, there's one super mod gem from beating hell level, and there's a second one that you can available in the shop for purchase with currency you earn from doing Advent.
Wait, there's only 2?
That's what. That's.
Come on, man! Like you can't be this stingy.
Hey, hang on.
Like,
they don't give you anything.
Let me see. Where do they talk about? Where do they talk about Kiss of Frost? I was really worried about Kiss of Frost, or really worried about them being super stingy with that.
I think
it's literally going into the 8th year of the game, and we're just like, you can't just like hook us up, bro, and like let it be easier to mod.
Yeah, here we go. The item Epic Modification Gem Selection Chest will be added and obtainable by clearing Advent on Epic Hell difficulty or purchasing from the shop. Now, that doesn't mean there won't be more of them other places, but...
Okay, like, if you can buy a couple of them, that's fine, but like, you made it sound like there was only 2. Like, that would suck.
Yeah, I hope we can buy multiples.
Like, if it's like 5 or 6, I'm good with it, but like, man, that would be...
Wasn't it not a lot before?
Yeah.
No, I think it'd be entirely on brand for them to just give you 2.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a lot.
Like, if you've been actually looking at what people are saying in the CC server about CZN and the bug abuse drama, it's so on Smilegate to, like, have a good idea, and then just have the execution be completely fist up the ass, and then, like, oh, we're gonna fix the problem? No, just limit the way you get to experience.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the CZN thing is a whole other topic. I'll touch on that at some other point in some other, medium.
So for those of you who aren't familiar with Advent Kiss of Frost, I'm not surprised because the last time it was up was 2 years ago.
Holy.
But this is what it looks like, right? When you jump in, there's a hard hell and epic hell, and you have to beat hard to access hell, you have to beat hell to access epic hell. And it's a series of fights that uses a metric fuck ton of units. So you got to set up 3-man stages for each stage, and each stage is a little bit different, right? The first stage will have its own mechanics, it'll have its own special things, and you've got to read kind of a light novel on how to overcome some of these things, get some of them dispelled, because if you don't take care of them, they might wreck you in the next stage. You notice the yellow sword's gone. Now I just got the yellow shield. And when I get to stage 3, the yellow shield's gone too. I did the tricks to remove the buffs that make the next stage even harder. And you work on killing it. And ideally, we find a team that you can full auto through it. And then you can grind it for currency that you can then take to the shop to spend. I don't even know if I go over the shop in this old ass video, but
flurry I can use on.
Yeah.
That's basically how it works. It's kind of like a less annoying Hall of Trials. That's a little bit more, everybody can do hard. And here's the thing. Everybody can do hard, and you can buy everything in the shop with hard. If you can't do hell, all you're missing out is on one of the reward drops from hell, which is, one of those chests that you probably want. And if you can do epic hell, you get some additional currency. If you can't do hell, there's 1 or 2 items in the shop you might not be able to purchase, but they're not account breaking items. It's just, this is end game PvE. It's designed to be hard.
It's like 1 or 2 selection chests, like at most, if I recall correctly, is the difference between hell and epic hell.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a.
And I'll say this also now because it comes up every time Advent comes up. Epic hell is like actually end game content. I've seen so many people over the years, like Tristen and I have been making guides for this stuff for a very long time. Epic hell is designed to use very good gear on usually pretty rare characters. Not always. Sometimes people come up with a solution that doesn't use like an ML5 or a limited, but the gear requirement is pretty high on some of this stuff. So I'm gonna let people know now, if you're newer, epic hell might not be attainable for you. So I'm just gonna put that out there.
They didn't change this at all, though, right? They didn't say anything about changing it, though.
No,
so
they always do. They always take a look at whatever the strategy was last time. They make like 1 or 2 tweaks to it so that you can't use exactly the same loadout. It's always the third fight too. They always change something with the third fight so that way, because the third fight is usually the part where most people get stuck. It's the hardest part. So they usually change it in some way.
Yeah, it's usually minor tweaks. It's something like, oh wow, that was cheesably easy. Well, now Soulburn doesn't give you the penetration that it gave you last time, or something to hose you on it. But I mean, we always find a way, right? We get the brain trust together. We find a way. I mean, look at the title of this video: Epic Hell, no limiteds, no ML5s. We usually find a way forward. But if you can't beat it, just acknowledge the fact that sometimes content comes out that's out of the reach of your 6-month-old ass, and it's designed for the 7-year players, and that's fine. The reward differences are so minuscule, it's not going to change, make or break your account. I know nobody likes to feel left out, that they can't beat the highest content, but that's the way it works sometimes. But we'll do our best to get you guides out on this when it comes out. God, it'll be so freaking slammed with guides before Christmas. It's ridiculous.
It's tomorrow, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, it goes live tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, I'll see if I could try to throw out a guide before I get to go run some errands in the afternoon.
Yep.
Immediate content. Let's get it.
Let me see. What else have we got? Oh yeah, the one thing I caught this when I was reading through it. You can assign pets in the Advent battle team, but pet skills will not apply. Very good, Smilegate. Very good. For the first time ever, you don't get bonus currency from applying your pet. Smilegate, we're going to try to be more respectful of your time. Also, Smilegate, we're going to make you earn less currency per run, so you have to spend more stamina on it.
We think power creep's been definitely getting a bit wild, so we're gonna dial back the power creep. like you guys see what I mean? Like when people say something, they're saying words, but when people do things, that's the thing that they're doing, and you judge them on, right? It's like when somebody says, "I think I'm playing for Legend next season." How many motherfucking times have you guys and y'all motherfuckers in chat hear a motherfucker go, "Oh yeah, I think next season I'm going for Legend for sure," right? And it's like, guys, how many times has somebody said that and that's come true? Right? Like I'm so used to that. How many times have you guys seen someone say, "Man, fuck this game. I'm gonna quit Epic 7."
Oh, that's a big one.
Like if you've never heard the Legend one, how many times have you heard that shit, man? Like
I've heard that, yeah.
I don't listen to words people say, bro. I just observe actions, and the actions is they're not respecting our time, and they don't fucking care about power creep, right? That's just what it is.
Maybe that entire post was
exactly. Yeah, I saw Sputnik posted on my comment section earlier today with my video, just because some people were like, man, like he's not happy that like the Diene doesn't line up with the announcement about power creep from a couple days ago, and I was like, well, I have to keep saying it because their actions and their words don't match up, and I gotta keep doing it until eventually, hopefully, the actions match the words.
How easy is Epic Hell? It is easier than Perdition, Trial of Constellations early on when you don't have a lot of the blessings, but probably a little bit harder than Trial of Constellation Perdition when you have all of the blessings. It's designed to be accurate. Yeah, it's designed to be end game challenging, right? It's a lot of the times it's like, okay, if you have this unit, it's just auto and burst through it. If you have this unit in this gear, then it's easy. If you don't have this unit, you can try to use this unit, but you better hold your mouth right and do it on manual.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to see. We got to see what they do with the kit this time, how they change it up. Another change that was kind of hidden away that some people missed, they're changing Hall of Trials to have 3 break phases down to just 2 break phases, and I think that's freaking amazing. Because one of the biggest problems with Hall of Trials, one of the biggest problems with Hall of Trials, right, was the RNG and speed tuning and trying to survive into that 3rd break phase and hoping you didn't just have bad luck getting into it. They're removing that, so now you get to the break phase. You transition out, you get to the break phase, done. It's going to make it significantly faster, more accessible. They're of course reducing the Berserk timer by 1/3, but they're reducing the number of phases by 1/3, so that should make it a lot easier. And I'm very curious to see how these Resonant Heroes change things.
Yeah, that's one of my big things I don't like with the new Hall of Trials revamp. Is so you remember, Tristen, the old Hall of Trials, phase 1 for like Archdemon Shadow was different than phase 2, which was different than phase 3. The current Hall of Trials is like, here, do the thing. okay, after the first break phrase, do the thing again, only now we hit slightly harder and your tuning's a little bit more messed up. Oh, okay, here's the third one. Now we hit ever so slightly harder and your tuning's even more messed up, but nothing changes mechanically in the fight at all.
Yeah. How many times how many
Tristen, as the person here who probably has the most amount of content and hours in Holo Trials, I'm just gonna ask you one key question, right? So if we really wanted to respect our times, why did they not just remove the phases from 3 to 1?
Smilegate moves in inches, not yards. They know that if they take something away and they take too much, it's hard to put it back, right? Why is this unit so weak? Because we can buff it down the road, we can't nerf it. Why did you nerf that unit so hard? Because we can buff it up later. It's expensive to nerf it twice. That's just kind of their thing, right? That's why a lot of times they do stuff where like, that's it? That's the penguin slider? That's shit. You know, they always kind of move not as fast as we'd like them to move, but they're very cautious because the times when they have gone too far and have gotten egg on their face because of it, it has been an unmitigated disaster for them. So I think they're a little gun shy on it, and they always try to be cautious in their major changes to gameplay, and I can respect it.
Honestly, as long as I get my currency easier from the mode, I'll be happy, because I swear I'm always poor in it. The MO5 currency and the regular one, I have none.
Oh, as soon as I get it, it's gone. Like,
Anya, that's great of you to say. I want your take and how you feel about this. So they're obviously rotating things out. We don't have to worry about Holo Trials this time because it's obviously on rotation, but 3 weeks from now, it could very likely will be off rotation. And the only way you have to get Holo Trials currency, other than buying it with Sky Stones, is to do the Shadow Information Brokers missions, right? And these will be missions like any other missions, kind of like the Yulha ones, where just doing daily stuff is going to get you currency. There's going to be special requests and special missions that you'll probably have to do to get experience points that will boost you up ranks, that'll get you more currency. And you can use this currency in the shop to buy the Holo Trials currency. But this is what I want your opinion on, Anyo. That's 20 wisdom of the big wisdom gazes, right? That's 20 of the big ML currency per season. If you end top 100, you get 40. So this means for the people who really like Holo Trials and put efforts into it, when this is down, they're getting half as much currency, unless there's more of it off to the right hand side of the screen, but that's unlikely.
That's quite low.
How does that make you feel?
I'm just going to walk under the assumption that magically when we log into the game tomorrow, there's going to be the arrows there like there normally are, and we can have access to the content that was already there. And it's just not magically gone, so I can actually get my currency. Sounds good.
Yeah, if it said per week, all about it. But per season means per 3 week window. And that means like even people who kind of auto and just get the average scores, you know, the 5% and higher are getting their ML5 versions cut in half. Yeah, so yeah, this made me very nervous when I saw it, and I hope it's adjusted.
So you get one chance to basically low roll an ML5 EE every 6 weeks.
Every 6 weeks, right? It's not enough to even roll one.
Like,
what?
It needs to be increased. I just want you to know I still don't have a max crit chance APOC EE, and I don't know how many times I press that button.
Bro, I'm at 6, but I have a 7% and a 6% right now.
I'm at yeah.
Yeah, I mean now guys, remember this is a stove post. Maybe it's a placeholder image. Maybe they'll change it from per season to per week, which would be better. If not, let them know. They said very specifically they were making these changes to make our life easier and not take rewards away. They wanted the rewards to be same or better than what we were getting before. And if it's not as good as we were getting before, let them know and get them to change it. Make a stink about it. And I'm not saying freaking brigade them or lose your shit over it, but they have asked us to give them feedback. They're very nervous. They even use that word, nervous. They're very nervous about this change and how the community is going to react to it, and they want our feedback. so that they can tweak it to make sure that it works the way we want it to work. They want to know if we feel like there's not enough content.
They did ask us to brigade it. They've specifically said, especially
true.
in the old CM program, they're like, please, express your opinion as much as possible on Stove. Because that's all the management team reads, and if you want your voices heard, just go apeshit on Stove. You guys are welcome to brigade anything. There's no rules on Stove about anti-brigading, so if you guys are angry about it, definitely bring you and your chat over to brigade it, because they told us it was cool. I'm just gonna reference that one real quick.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I remember that too.
Yeah, this was pointed out in chat. Rank 1 on the shop. Maybe as we buy stuff and the shop ranks up, there's higher quality stuff in here. That's possible. Also, we don't see what's on rank 9. For all we know, rank 9 could have these things on it. Don't know.
Or maybe the rank is just referring to like the actual like tier, but I don't see why it would be on the same screen. So maybe you're right.
Yeah, we'll have to see. This is something I think you'll like, Valky, because I know you just love sitting in Hall of Trials, grinding away at that. That's your favorite game mode, right? You're like, screw.
I love Epic 7. I love Chaos Zero Nightmare. I'm here to huff, please, a new tank of copium. I've already run out.
Let me see. Where was it? I saw it here somewhere.
Oh, yay.
I'm just enjoying the song in the background.
Okay, I wasn't very big on this. Yeah, exclusive equipment, bro. Like with 40% damage taken reduced, like Greenlandy might be an actual character.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Check this sentence out, Valky, and tell me how that makes you feel.
Guaranteed crafting for newly added. Oh, thank the fucking Lord. I'm assuming not for the ML, because there's no way they're that nice. But
well, you can't craft MLs.
I will no longer spend. How much was it? I had a whole treasure trove of 900 of the Wisdom's Gaze points.
Yep.
Ahmed comes out, and I'm like, damn, I need a 10-speed EE. I hit a 10-speed on my second one for the wrong damn thing. So I was like, okay, well, let's get greater attack buff, 10 speed. I have 900. It took me until 1,200 before I hit that shit, man. It was so disturbing.
Is so overdue and such a nice change. And it was hidden all the way down in the other section under their under the additional changes where nobody frickin' looks. It is absolutely lovely.
I guess we should talk about the EEs since we're already in the realm of it.
It's fucking diabolical.
Yes, the brand new EEs, you'll be able to craft them. You go get 6 shitters, go to the shop and craft the one that you want. But let's talk about those EEs. I'm gonna let Valky talk about Landy because that's his girl. Nobody here is more qualified to talk about Landy. So
so honestly, I think ever since like season 6, where Greenlandy stopped being a character, I haven't really felt the same passion for the game, and you could tell by the amount of daughters I've raised in Uma Musume Pretty Derby that I'm really just looking for a replacement to fill in my heart for Greenlandy, and especially considering next season when you'll have what do you call that? You'll have 40% damage reduced for rangers, and one of her biggest problem is the amount of debuffs. So now at the start of the turn, if your fighting spirit is full, you can debuff all the dispel debuffs from the caster if you're not already sealed by the Luna or the Diene.
What
now
do you
you
mean?
can get the full reset, get the dispel, and you can do the same amount of damage into Empyrean Ilanav, and you can get counterattacked on your S1 by the boss of Runka, get flushed out of your stealth, and then get killed off turn because oh yeah, that's right, she doesn't really fit in the game. Guess I'm going back to Uma Musume, bro. This is bogus. But okay. Being real though, I do think there's some potential, but there's so many things going against her. I'm going into it with a certain healthy amount of skeptical optimism. Okay, let's just put it that way.
I'm with you, Valky, on this one because Greenlandy is like probably in my like top 3 list of like favorite characters to play all time. Like not necessarily favorite character in the game, but the character just feels so fun to use. And when she's like not good, it's like, man, I feel like there's something missing from this game.
There's something to be said about Green Landy, right? And for those of you guys that don't know, this is not the first time in the game we've had a Ruel of light meta, right? Where you first pick Ruel, and even no matter how much the other guy tries to counterpick you, the Ruel player with first pick will generally win. That was back in Season 2 as well, and a little bit for Season 3. Now, for those of you guys that were not around for Season 2 and Season 3, the person who actually single-handedly bodied that meta, put every single one of these knights, these Ruel pickers, all of those motherfuckers in a body bag, took them out back,
Diene.
buried the evidence, burned the bodies, didn't tell the FBI shit. That was Green fucking Landy, okay? I want you guys to know that. So, you know, I'm not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be legend next season for sure. I'm gonna be excited to play her on the comeback. You got that from me. I'm at least gonna be trying to play her because she was the first one to put a nail in the coffin for the Ruel meta. Thinking about next season, like, you know, Hecate's probably gonna eat a pre-ban, Briarwood's probably gonna eat a pre-ban, so, you know, Green Landy save us. Hallelujah. Shit, man. That's my hope. That's my hope.
Yeah, the first EE, by the way, like that's definitely the one you're playing, right?
Agreed.
Like just
It's always the first one.
There is a small chance you play the second one. I don't think you would ever play the third one.
No,
right? It really depends on how like pervasive Empyrean Illinav is. But I think most of the time you're playing that first one. Although it is attached to your passive, so if you get sealed, that one's not doing shit, right?
Yep. You gotta be very cautious about units that can seal you because it'll shut down the EE as well. Because even though EE is separate from the passive, when you equip them, look, it adds the verbiage of the EE to the skill. It's not like an artifact. It's not a... Though it feels like better Sweet Miracle, it's Sweet Miracle that can get sealed away.
I'm kind of like, I really kind of just want to play Landy again. She's just always like a very fun unit to play. You just press S3 and then you do it again.
I actually think she's got quite a bit of things going for her now because she got off of the Guiding Light reliance, right? Now you play her with Wall of Order and it actually seems really pog because if you're against like a maid or something like that, you get a lot of extra stats from the greater attack buff. So I think there's quite a bit of things going for her, but like she is also a very like investment expensive character. You have to get her the best gear, you have to set her up in the best drafts, and on top of that, she's also very prone to disruption. Now this removes a part of that disruption pipeline, but there's like four separate sources of seal now. I'm cautious optimism.
Excuse me.
No.
That's the word of the day.
There's a... I mean, you really touched on it there, right? She always took premier gear because Landy was always like 2 out of 3 things that you needed, right? You needed the damage, you needed the speed, and you needed the bulk to stay alive. And it always felt like you had to skimp on one of them.
Yep.
But one of the warfare rules this season gives 40% damage mitigation to rangers. So theoretically... And given that's only a 1 in 4 chance, and you got to be in champs or higher in RTA. But when those situations arrive, you can build around the speed and the damage and rely on the warfare rule to keep her alive and maybe do some things with this girl. Am I right, or is my no frame, no opinion ass completely off base here?
I think it works because like if you get flushed out of stealth, which is going to happen, it's prone to happen. With that 40% damage reduction, it's going to keep her alive, which is what you want, because as long as Landy's alive, she's going to keep doing her job. And of course, if you get debuffed, now with the ZE, you just break out of like any control that you have on you, and you just press the button, right?
Literally respect the great Landy.
Respect the great Landy. All right.
Yeah, if I had to guess though, like if I were to make a prediction, I would probably guess she's going to have a very similar problem to Fern, where it feels like she doesn't have enough sustain. Now, KHM says something really fucking cool in the CC server, which is in the suggestions area, which is actually to buff the life seal set to be a 2-piece but reduce the amount. Yes. It would make it insane for Fern. It would make it insane for Landy. It would
so
go crazy on a lot of characters actually, and if that ever comes through, I could see her being played. But at the moment,
it should. They really should make that change.
To disrupt still.
Okay.
Lifesteal just doesn't. It's not worth playing because of the stat loss on most characters. So making it a 2-piece set is great because then it's not really much different than immunity. You're gaining utility, you know, that might be really important to your game plan, as opposed to just giving up a boatload of gear score just for a little bit of sustain.
Okay, chat, we need a straw poll here. When the game is down, Smilegate's just as bored as we are without anything to play, and I know at least one of the people over at Smilegate is watching, is lurking there in chat. So everybody that's out there, if you think lifesteals healing ability should be reduced, but it become a 2-piece set, put a 1 in chat. If you think that's a terrible idea, put a 2 in chat. 1's for make it a 2-piece set. 2's for no, it's fine the way it is. Go.
Yeah, you can move your chat box to the like middle left section of the screen where it's just like a big empty ass area, because we're taking up where chat usually is, right? Yeah, I'm curious because like I think there's a lot of cool things you can actually discuss about Epic 7 in order to make the game better. This is definitely one of those things.
See that, Smilegate? Make it happen. Make it happen, Smilegate.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Yeah, or you can make it one of those like flexible sets. You could do 2 for half the effects of a 4-piece, or you could do 4 for the regular effect. Like, just make it flexible, right?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I really like about insert other rival game that starts with the letter E.
We're not an official stream. We could talk about Star Rail.
Okay, it's Ethereal Restart. Ethereal Restart does this, and I think it's one of the best things about their game. Is the fact that all sets are 2-piece and they're all stackable. So like 2-piece versus 4-piece plus 6-piece speed set, it's all different.
Outer Plane has the same exact thing.
Yeah.
You know, all right. I know Sue was there for this because we talked about this. You remember when we were at the Orbis Caster Clash, and we were sitting there doing the rehearsal, and in between the rehearsal was the advertisement for Outer Plane, and it was literally like the advertisement was literally you see somebody's phone, and it was the app for the camera, and it was snapping an upskirt shot of some schoolgirl, and it was like play Outer Plane. And we are all, like, all 6 of us were like, what the fuck was that, bro? I'm not touching that with a 10-foot motherfucking pole. And to this day, I'm still just like, what the fuck was the game about? People were like, it's Epic 8. But, like, you were supposed to also snap pictures of schoolgirls or what? Like, what was that advertisement? By the way, you still see this. If you go to Epic 7's YouTube channel, you go back to the Orbis Caster Clash, in between commercial breaks, that was the ad for Outer Plane right before it came out. We were so fucking confused about what that was, man. We could not stop.
You're confused, bro. My parents asked me about it. Like, what the hell is this commercial?
Oh, no. I love it. Oh, you know, one more thing, and then we'll jump off this lifesteal horse, right? You know what a 2-piece lifesteal set allows?
What's up?
It opens up things like a Riposte Remnant Violet. You know, it gives a little bit of healing to characters who couldn't quite use sets because they needed some self-sustain they didn't have anywhere. I don't know, just I think it would add some much
a lot of like pipelines for creative builds and sustainable bruisers that I think they're not tapping into in this phase of the game, where you're either you need to be 900 pounds or you need to be 900 speed. There is no in between, and I think if you just give a little bit of sustain to quite a few characters, they end up being good. But then obviously, you know, there's probably some application that we're not thinking about that just breaks builds and invalidates every other build.
Yeah. And if you want to play it safe, just have it so you stack 2. It's the same as current lifesteal, and it caps at 2. Although I think letting it stack to 3 would be totally fine, because I don't think lifesteal sets all that in a 2026 Epic 7.
Yeah, chat is saying that like Destro, lifesteal, Sylvan Sage Vivian would be like really strong. Honestly, let it happen. That character is like super niche right now anyway.
Yeah. You're giving up immunity, Pen, Torrent. I mean,
would get better. I think a lot of characters would just be much like you would feel more comfortable taking them into a match, right?
Yeah.
I think it would also open a lot of interesting triple sets.
Like Boss Arunka, who most of her damage, if you play her as a bruiser, comes from stuff like 3F. So it actually keeps a lot of the game relatively balanced as far as like I can think of, right?
Yeah, it makes Lone Crest Bologna is a really good one because she just has bad stats, so you have to stack stats for her to feel like she's not the worst thing ever. But then she doesn't have sustain, like without Sigurd's Sight. So like letting her be like Destro lifesteal means you could play like, you know, Draco.
Oh, I just thought of a broken application for it. Oh no, I can tack it onto a free run, so this way I can just laugh at all the Yolha pickers.
No.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, nice reflect. I'm healing all that shit back.
It's all right. We let it happen. Still, Smilegate season 2 is coming. Consider it a season 2 buff.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. Right. And I'm like, that's the problem, right? Anything that's good on like mediocre characters like Fern could potentially have a way more broken application on like a top tier character like Freerun. That's just Epic 7 in a nutshell, right?
I'm a big fan of 2-piece sets. I don't think Epic 7 has enough 2-piece sets. It allows for a lot more set interaction, interchangeability, and it allows for a bigger diversity of triple set. So
that is true, yeah. Oh yeah, and you know what? Somebody in chat did bring up a good point. What if AS Flam Riposte set now can just get attack buff for free by running Dreamlike Holiday because they no longer need Bloodstone in order to create the perpetual damage machine? That is kind of scary.
Yeah, but we're talking about a 2-piece set, just taking the edge off, right? It's probably not going to be enough to sustain, but it's enough to sustain you a little longer than you normally would, right? Just take something. Look, because we're talking about, I mean, lifesteal already. Nobody runs that set because it doesn't heal for shit. We're talking about cutting that in half for the 2-piece.
Yeah. It's fine though, Valky. Like, we don't have to worry about Afternoon Soak Flam because clearly Shepherd of the Dark Diene counters it. So what's the problem?
You know who else counters her?
True, yeah.
Guard Captain Crow. Which one of you guys knows most about Guard Captain Crow and is super excited about this EE and let's talk about it? Sue, Anyo, Valky? It's not anyone?
I don't think I played him a ton, to be honest with you.
All right.
But I thought it was okay because, like, as a whole, the damage increase, I guess, would well, the defense, of course, is nice. He needs it for his damage.
Defense scaler.
But I don't think you're picking anything but the damage increase. Maybe the buffle if you want to play into things like, I don't know, maybe you're gonna see a Janua pop back up because CPP's back. But
do you build effectiveness on your Crow?
You nailed it.
It cannot be resisted unbuffable, which is probably the key word, because every skill in that, every effect in that S2 effect, I think if Crow is granted Vigor, cannot be resisted, which has like probably 1 in 20 matches of actual application, but realistically, it's just the S3.
Yeah, it's the S3. They basically, what we can discern from this exclusive equipment is that Smilegate works 7 months in the future because they heard everyone in Man were like, damn, they really hated that we took away some of Kral's damage, and then they just gave it back to you on the EE 7 months later.
Yeah, so for those who chat that didn't know, basically Guard Captain Kral was released during a preseason where they were testing different effects, right? Different global effects to be applied to RTA. At the time, every character got 1,500 attack in order to like make offense a bit more viable without having to rely, you know, because the game just had Empyrean Illinav, and Empyrean Illinav stopped all the good damage dealers in the game. So they did that, but then also to compensate, they gave everybody 500 defense, and it actually shook up the metagame quite a bit. Guard Captain Crow was one of the best characters to come out during that time. And then they were like, nah, we're rolling it back. Never mind. It shook up the game way too much. People were just bitching way too hard. We're not doing this ever again. So a lot of people were pretty upset because it seemed like they released one character to play into the frenzy. People complain about it, and they're like, nah, we need to dial it back. So one of my guild-based shoutouts to a review ran the numbers. So 14% defense plus 20% extra damage is just about enough of a boost to be worth like 500 defense for Guard Captain Crow.
Yeah. They literally just were like, all right, we heard that you guys didn't like the fact that we rug pulled you right after his banner ended back in like May. So here's your damage back. So
let's make it. Sorry, go on, Sue.
I was just saying, so basically, now if you have Empyrean Illinav, and they can't have it, and you've got the speed advantage, you can just jam Crow and Soulburn and kill whatever you want. That's what he's there for. He's just a nuke.
Yep. Tank busting
look
nuke.
at that, guys. 2 characters that are being buffed that gets completely punched in the dick by Empyrean Illinev. I wonder what you guys should take from that selector. You know, if only Tristen had a whole video with an insane Asian guy that was gonna analyze every single good take for you. Holy moly.
I know.
Yeah, what a mystery that would be.
I mean, spoiler alert, my video is basically Imperial Illinev also.
So something else that chat was pointing out is right above this, you can immediately craft exclusive equipment, is this note. A filter for 5-star exclusive equipment will be added to the Steel Workshop where you craft exclusive equipment. Now, why would there need to be a filter in the place where you craft EEs for ML5s unless we're going to start to be able to craft ML5 EEs?
They better get them currency numbers up, boy. Ain't nobody gonna be able to afford crafting.
My ass over here who crafted like 10,000. I spent 900 currency and still only got 11 crit chances. Both of my Apoc Robbies are 99% crit chance because I couldn't get that last crit chance. And yeah, so I'm kind of over here in shambles, but it does look like we are going to be able to craft ML5 EEs now based on this, because I can't think of why else we would need a filter. And unless I'm missing something.
It should have been there from the start.
Yeah, I was even thinking about the fact that you could craft it. I was like, why the fuck would you need a filter for ML5? It's only like 8 of them. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
But you're right. Yeah, that would mean we can craft it.
Yeah, can we get like a currency increase, bro? Because like, no offense to you, Tristen, you are not relatable. You are in top 100 and literally every single time.
Yeah.
So you have 2 to 3x
you know
the
what?
currency of the normal person.
It's right here. You will be able to craft in the Steel Workshop using Wisdom Gaze or Fate Gaze. So they're straight up saying it.
Say the ML5, so you might.
The ML5s are Fate Gaze.
Like you can trade down from Fate's Gaze.
I don't know, guys. I still think they're gonna. I think they're letting us do it.
I'm going to trust Smilegate to put out a consumer-friendly product. Okay, I'm being realistic here, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Man, we jumped all over the place with that. Where were we? So that was a lot. Wish list. I mean, just
feature.
It's just nice, right?
Yeah.
Something nobody talked about, and it occurred to me this morning, is say there's a banner right now and the banner's up and it's Rowan, and you think, wow, I could really use a Rowana on my account, but I don't want to pull for a Rowana because tomorrow is the new limited unit and I got to save my bookmarks for that. This at very least lets you wish list your Rowana so that you don't have to wait until the next banner or wait until the story and activate a story summon and then dedicate tons of resources chasing it. It at least gives you a shot so that when you get those big bursts of Covenant bookmarks or those special bookmarks to spend, you've at least got a 1 in 7 chance of your Rowana popping out instead of a 1 in 157 chance of getting a Rowana, right? So I think it's a nice feature because as soon as a unit goes away, they'll be wish listable because the moment their banner ends, they appear in the Covenant shop. Or in the, not Covenant shop, but in the Covenant pulls. So you should be able to wish list any unit, even brand new ones, as soon as their banner goes away. So it makes skipping a unit not feel like you're shitting all over your account, and maybe makes the FOMO not nearly as bad. Now, there's still no guarantee. It's still a 1 in 7 chance. You could still totally not get anything, but at least there's a better chance.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to add renewed will. Make sure to put it in there.
Yeah, I'm just renewed will, holy sack. I mean, people ask which ones to take. I'm like, I don't know, man. This right here is pretty good. The only one I would say, why the hell's that in there, is Border Coin. So yeah. I did
like Elbrus instead.
Stella Harper's
Stella's kind of but yeah, I people asked me to do a tier list on this. I did put one together. I will go ahead and publish it. I'm not thrilled with it because tier lists and artifacts are so hard to do.
They're so subjective because
they're so subjective.
Like, famously, Wukong's artifact I think is one of the most underrated in the game, and because I rated it just a hair above where people thought it should be, I got destroyed for it. But again, to me, it felt good for what I was trying to use it for. So it's kind of, what does your account need? What are you looking for?
But this is also a great feature. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what?
Yeah, I was just saying, just in general, you guys are like, if you've never played a game with a wish list, like it's actually like legit a godsend. Like it is so good. Like the quality of life cannot be understated. How good a wish list feature is.
Valky, Valky, Valky.
What's up?
We're never gonna see Shu again on our daily summons.
It's not fair.
You know,
dude.
I'm still going to hit her off of those like the 5-star
4 to 5
tickets we
stars,
give to
yeah.
us for
Elementals,
anniversary.
yeah.
I'm
Elemental
ready.
summons, too.
I might as well build a third Urban Shadow, right? Like I know she coming.
Yeah.
I can't run away. The rat's gonna find me.
Christmas rat coming next year.
Chronicle bookmarks. New currency usable for Covenant summons. Tell me about these Chronicle bookmarks. Any
Basically,
guesses?
they
You
went
guys know what
away.
they are?
Yeah. They
I
went away.
mean,
They give you a
these
bunch of
just
free
seem
pulls.
like your average base story banner thing you find in any like Hoyo slop, right? That's just what it is. You can only put it in for us. It would be the Covenant banner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
do these in some games where it's just like it's a temporary bookmark, like a temporary summoning currency. You can only really use it on the current banner, whatever's up right now. And you might be wondering, well, why is that? Why do they do that? Well, because to get you excited for events, they could give you bookmarks, but then you hoard those for things that are like collab characters. This is their way of being like, here's a bunch of free stuff to get the new stuff, but not the stuff that we like need you to get later on, like a collab, right? So you can't hoard it all. That's why they do these things.
Yeah, so now you have to use your premium currency on the premium characters, but now
Right.
then with like this one, they also feel more comfortable just giving you more summons as a whole, right? If you've been a big CZM player, these are the fucking orange summons that you can only slam on your base banner, and then the blue and purple stuff go towards the new characters coming out.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a little more familiar to people coming to this game. Expect them to be pretty generous with this, and expect to see the generosity on Covenants kind of pull back a little bit. We might start to see packs loaded with these instead of Covenants. We'll have to see how it goes. They didn't mention anything about them being temporary, but I mean, they didn't mention a lot of things about it. My assumption is these are just going to be usable for summoning on the raw Covenants. You can't use these to summon on banners or anywhere else, just on the raw Covenant, and they're a way to get people excited and summoning on Covenants to start stacking up their wish list. These don't have any kind of a pity attached to them. It's just for that. But yeah, I mean, as big as this post was, there's a lot of holes in it. A lot of like, I guess we have to see tomorrow when the game comes back up, and this is one of them. They are adding to the system. God, everything is so freaking out of order in this. A new battle pass, and everybody for free is going to get 75 of these summons, right? So 7 10 pulls and then 5 rando summons, just because Smilegate's being swell, right? But you'll be able to pick up an additional 200. Additional 200, and no, there's nothing beyond rank 6, or whenever they show something that there's more ranks, they always kind of half show a category to let you know there's more, or you can see the arrow. So I'm pretty damn sure there's only 6 ranks to this. So you can get an additional 200 summons for 1900 sky stones. Normally, this would be a pretty good deal for Covenants. You'll get 1900 Sky Stones, getting 200 Cubs will be rough, but this isn't Cubs. This is these special summons that don't have a pity and are just for rando slamming into your summons. Now, how good do you think this has value for new players who are missing so many core units, even 3-star and 4-star core units? Do you think, you get a lot of Sky Stones grinding through the story? Well, what do you think about that versus, for a later endgame player?
I think for later endgame player, you're mostly just taking this and hopefully hitting like your Arunka imprints for boss, your Ilanov imprints for Empyrean. For like a new player, you're probably more so trying to just catch up on characters, like especially with Kiss of Frost coming back, with like if you're a new player trying to catch up in RTA, this would be where you're getting your second Politis, right? Like I've been coaching people lately, and I'm like, oh, like what's your one Politis for? Oh, you know, I couldn't decide between debuff and damage, so I built one that does everything. Oh, so she does nothing. Okay, whoops. Yeah. Right? Like you need. There are different characters you're gonna want multiple copies of, and then you're going to be able to catch up on like just good solid characters in general, like. Blue Elena making a comeback now that Briar Cleave is a thing.
All right. Oops. So tomorrow after maintenance, Hecate is coming back. I don't know which annoyed me more, No IAS or Hecate.
No, okay, yeah, dude, I just, again, Anya knows that there's an individual on my server who is from Greece that they were trying to tell me how to pronounce this character's name.
No, regionally, yeah.
Like, yeah,
they don't pronounce the H, right?
Yeah, there's apparently the H is silent. It's like Hecate or Hecate. It could be either. So when I say like Hecate or Hecate in my videos, people always literally try to correct me. And I'm like, look, I'm telling you that there is a person from Greece who is explaining to me there's 3 ways you could say this name. They're all correct. It's just based on dialect.
It's the worst to get caught in the middle like this. Just call it Hecate so everybody tells you you're wrong. And you know what?
Yeah, the one thing everybody can agree on.
Hecate will stop all the Ruel pickers in the chat. Let's get it.
Yeah, we'll just call her Mori and be done with it. Shinigami-san.
So let's check out Hecate. I'm gonna turn the volume down. We can talk about her in the background after I rant one last time about her. I do love her voice actress. Holy crap!
Your inescapable fate.
Futile resistance.
Fall before your inescapable fate. How pitiable your trembling.
So, I know I said I was over it. I know I said I would stop saying, I'd stop complaining about it. I'm going to do it again, though. How can she have hips that don't stop like that? How can she have these freaking amazing hips? And
such futile resistance.
I see it. I know exactly what he's gonna say.
And she got no ass at all.
I know it. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, bro.
Somebody in my chat said she's built like an AirPod.
No.
I'm being overly critical. She's absolutely freaking stunning. But yeah. So, tell me about. Hang on. About.
I'll make it painless.
Say it. Say it.
Hecate came from
Hecate. Hecate. I'll never not call her Hecate, but okay. Tell me about this girl, guys. What do you guys think? How important is she? She's limited. Yeah, if hot, why not pull? I get that, but how meta defining is she gonna be? Is she gonna be a must-have unit? You're gonna feel terrible if you miss out on her, and don't just give me this it's limited you pull stuff. We all know that. How good do you feel she's gonna be in this meta?
I'll start us off on the right foot, you know. So Hecate from tartar sauce, right? We've been having the problem with revive for way too fucking long, and look, she builds a whole wall on the southern border, and she's gonna stop not only all the revivers, but she's gonna stop the immortality as well. A la Lady of the Scales. You got shit like Alvira roping, and on top of that, you got all the bullshit with MLDN. No, fuck that, man. Fucking Hecate's coming, bro. We gonna make RTA great again. Hell yeah, January 6th. I'll see you motherfuckers there.
Woo. All right. Anya, you want to follow up to that one, buddy?
I don't know if I could top Valky there, but I will say, I thought the character was fairly strong, and an idea I had, since everyone, or at least most people I've talked to, is saying this character just dies turn 1. With the addition of Ranger damage reduction, you can actually swap your Ranger onto Spatial Temporal Fan, and since this character will have a stupid amount of attack, she will get protected turn 1. And yeah, there you go. Maybe that will save her a little bit, but that's just one thing, unfortunately. But with all these revivers in the meta, with Ruel everywhere, she's not countering Yuhal, just to be fair. Yuhal is gonna run her over, just saying. But Maid Ruel, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Look, here's how I plan to keep this character safe from the turn 1 Spirit Eye Celine that will just delete her. I'm first picking Boss Aranka. There you go. Like, I don't know. That's my big fear with the character, is that like, she has a very tanky stat line, right? But damage is just so high in a lot of scenarios where like a Light Knight isn't involved, and I'm afraid she's just going to get like deleted off rip. So I share a lot of the same sentiments as people in the community. That said, I still think she's just a pretty good character. If I recall correctly, she has Shoes stat line, so like tankiest or second tankiest warrior in the game. Basically Dark Corvus ult, very, very valuable passive. And I think she's just going to be just a solid character in general. And the fact that she counters most of the nonsensical stuff in the game, that's good enough for me. Like if it keeps Lady of the Scales out of my video game, it's a pull.
I agree.
Couple of comments.
As long as you get your first turn, I think you're good. But that's pretty much it. If you make it to your first turn, you're going to be sitting in stealth. You have your 20% CR push on S1, so you're going to be cycling really quickly. And yeah, just get to your first turn, right?
So Odin Gaming wants to know: does this mean Abigail stocks might be on the rise with her?
To use with her?
No,
he said, "How about Abigail to keep her alive?"
Just for the curse, I guess.
You can't.
No, you can't, bro. She denies you immortality.
Abigail
stocks are fucking crashing through the goddamn floor, bro. We gotta sell. I am feeling bearish on that one, my friend.
No.
Okay, well, I mean, we got Valky's opinion on the unit, but somebody in chat did ask, and I think it's important to know, how will this artifact help us own the libs?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, you see, if you really want to own the new snowflakes in town who can't play the game without their revives, what you really gotta do is not only deny them the immortality, you deny them their higher education, I mean their revives. And on top of that, you got this artifact, because guess what? They're most likely gonna pussy out and try to pick Empyrean Illinav on you, but if they pick Empyrean Illinav, that means they can't pick Fallen Cecilia. And if you really deny the May Chloe, they don't want to pick no May Chloe into this. Yeah, that extra splash damage, the lib's gonna be running away. I would have called them something else if this was my channel. I'll tell you what.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
Can somebody tell me where that ghost is hiding that's holding that tray?
Oh, you know.
Me. I'm sorry.
You know, it's just from her pouch. Don't ask what the pouch is, though.
It's from her pocket.
No,
it's in her pocket.
All right, so Valky is officially on a roll tonight, right? Like I bow down, bro. Like you just
bro, I'm on
take
vacation, man. I'm fucking chilling.
This is giving me those Valk and Valky are not the same person. Please understand.
I mean, okay, to make that a point, like, you know, like, I think of some dumbass shit to say, like, a couple of times per day, and then, like, normally I use those jokes, right? I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's kind of funny. I should say that on stream one time. But, like, I've been banking it up for, like, 4 or 5 days, and this is the first stream I've been on in that span of time, so you can imagine, like, I'm blowing the cooldown here, all right?
That's it, man. I can just imagine now he's, like, in the supermarket, like, reading, like, the cereal that's on sale, and he's like, wait. And then he just like pulls out a notepad. He's like, "Oh, Tuesday stream."
So will her artifact make Hua great again, do you think?
Hua's already great. Next question.
We talk about the fire one?
Fair.
Hua is already great. Next question.
Are we sure about that?
Yes.
When was the last time you used her?
Next question.
Next question.
All right.
Look, it was played during ratio, okay? And the other two Hwa-Youngs are fantastic.
All Hwa-Youngs are fantastic.
I know.
All Hwa-Youngs matter. Make RTA great again!
You know what?
You guys,
character, at least that is not always great. Celine. At least the light one.
if you guys are starved for bookmarks and you want to wait and see and let other people try it before you buy it, remember her banner is 3 weeks long. You've got plenty of time over the holiday seasons to watch the whales, test her out, see if she has a future in this game. I still think skipping limiteds is a big mistake, especially like everybody skipped on Hua Young's artifact, right? Summer Hua Young's artifact. Who's going to use this stupid summer photogenic crap? I'll just get one and done, right? And boy, do those people have regrets. So I don't think you ever skip a limited unit because you never know what's going to come out in the future that synergizes with the unit or with the artifact. So,
are you sure
but,
they don't have cigarettes?
Yes, don't have cigarettes.
Yeah. I mean, well, that banner just ended, so hopefully you got
it. Hey, speaking of boo, I'm going to let you guys talk about this because I'll just get angry again if I talk about it.
All right, so Ancient Inheritance is back. One of the best events to participate with your guild. Great for building, camaraderie amongst your guildmates. Some of the best gear pieces you'll get for free all year, especially this one in particular because it's the speed set and the health set, which are two very, very playable sets. So the gear is really, really good. Make sure you get into a great guild so that you can do that. That's all the positive stuff I'm going to say, though, because, why would you do a coordinated event over the holidays? Why?
All right. Let me catch that one from here. Let me tell you what, all right? So if you are a new player and you're like, damn, this game, the PvP do be looking kind of fun, but holy shit, is this resource gap wide, and how the fuck am I going to cross it, right? Ancient Inheritance is, unironically, no joke, one of the fastest ways you can actually cross that resource gap. Because there is a metric fuck ton of resources in Ancient Inheritance. The only problem is you need about 7 to 8 other people to clear it with you. Now, that is a very, very fixable problem if either you would just make a guild or you get into a guild from one of these discords, and every single content creator has a discord for you to find a guild. All you gotta tell them, hey, I know you're gonna have some fucking bumps across Christmas for this shit. I want you to know, I watch every single Tristen Wulf video, and I'm familiar with the nobody ever said you gotta, tell the whole truth in a guild recruitment, okay? You can lie to these motherfuckers, okay? I recruit for my guild, and people lie to me all the damn time, okay? I can tell. Anyway, just say, I watch every single Tristen Wulf video when this shit comes out, and I'm familiar, and as long as your guild has 8 different people who are coordinated to be able to clear this, guess what? Not only are you guys getting all the clear rewards, but on top of that, all the spare bonus shit that your AFKs are not going to be absorbing, you can actually take that and put it in your pocket, right? The gear don't matter, the unit pool barely does, you just need a good base pool of units, specialty chain, get that shit taken care of, okay? This is one of the easiest ways to be able to catch up if you actually care about doing that. Yep. Yeah, make sure to subscribe and watch Tristen Wulf through the entire thing. He does a day-by-day guide. That shit is mad helpful.
Oh, not this time, bro. We got holidays.
Just watch the one from last season. I hope it carries you. Shit.
Yeah, I'll make a guide on what to do to prepare for it and how to do this, but guys, man, I am not sitting under the Christmas tree in a Discord call with a bunch of other people trying to herd the cats to make this work, nor am I going to be playing Ancient Inheritance live on stream while I'm flying down the interstate at 95 miles an hour to get to my business in another state to go do end of the year shutdown to get ready for 2026, nor will I be doing Ancient Inheritance while I am popping the cork and kissing my wife on New Year's Eve, and then it's over. So your best bet is to get into a good active guild. Like Valky said, you only need 7 or 8 pipe swinging mofos that really know what they're doing, or 10 to 12 people who are good at following instructions, and you can get it done. But you got to be in an active guild. If you're in a guild where half of the people aren't active and you don't have a Discord where people talk to each other and you're not organized, dump them. You did not download this game. You did not look in the App Store and go, oh, dude, Epic 7. This looks like a great place for me to go and be the glue that holds everything together. And if I leave, everybody is going to be screwed over because I'm the only one that can get shit done. That sounds fun. Nobody did that. You downloaded it because it would be fun. And one of the best parts of this game is the community. The whole
Epic
reason.
7, I get to babysit bombs.
Oh, Epic
Also, shout
7,
out to
I
my
can
boy
send
Dirk
out
the Jag, Wind Demon, Hita Fajita, and Red Wheeler for holding it down in Ancient Inheritance so I can go spend Christmas with my family.
I can send Discord messages to people saying, dude, your attacks Prongo's got 5% left. Why haven't you logged in yet? Holy shit,
Why did
guys.
it say last logged in 4 days? Why are you in stage 1? We're trying to clear the final fucking boss!
What do you mean you just went to stage 3 and you're only level 1? Yeah, guys, get into a guild that knows their ass from a hole in the ground. You can have some shitters in there. All guilds do. But you want the majority of the people to be actually playing the game you're playing. It's going to improve your Ancient Inheritance experience. It's going to improve your entire experience in the game. None of us would still be playing this game. None of us if it wasn't for the community, right? You get in because it's fun, but it's the community and the camaraderie that keeps you here. So, yeah. You think, oh, but these guys were with me from the start. Screw them. Move on. They're still going to be your friend. They'll still talk to you in Discord.
I was going to say, I can speak from experience. I used to carry my entire guild, and they are some of my best friends, and it was super painful to leave, but I think it worked out better for everybody because I legitimately felt like I was running another job, right? It was really, really bad. Everybody scattered to the winds, and it ended up being better for everybody in the long run. Everybody ended up being happier because of it.
I was the leader of my guild. These guys I knew for years before Epic 7 was a twinkle in Smogate's eye. I played other games with these guys, and I came here with them, and it felt really bad. And yeah, some of them will send you nasty DMs. I can't believe you left us in a lurch like that. Now we're all screwed. Then they needed to find a better guild too. Nobody should feel so codependent that other people's fun is contingent on you doing something. Be a part of a well-oiled machine and get with a bunch of people that are fun to hang out with, that chat in Discord, that at least get their shit done and get you your rewards from your weekly guild stuff. Just do it, guys. And if it means your whole guild's going to fall apart, if one person leaving makes a whole guild fall apart, the guild did not deserve to live anyway, and everybody there will be better going to one of these hundreds of other guilds that would love to have active players like you.
Yeah, that's one of those Spider-Man moments, right? Like, if you're nothing without the suit, then you didn't deserve the suit in the first place. It was the same thing with my guild. I was with those guys when I first started the game. They taught me how to play the game. I was with them for 3 years. And then when I wanted to learn how to play more RTA, nobody in my guild wanted to do it. And I was running the guild, I was running the defense, I was coordinating the attacks, and I was like, shit. These RTA guild guys are asking me to be there with them so they could teach me how to play RTA and help them grow the community. And these other guys look like they're done with the game, right? So I left that guild and like 18 out of 29 people quit. And I was like, you know what? I was able to help them leave something they didn't really want to be tied down with in the first place. That was a good result.
I'm reading chat, Tristen. Someone's like, "It's okay. We could still. Do we still have a picture of Baka carrying the guild?" Nope. Byako's at a family function. He ain't carrying the guild either.
I do have that picture though. I'm going to find it. Last thing I'm going to say on this topic, because we beat this horse pretty dead, but one of my favorite Shakespearean quotes is, self-love is not so great a sin as self-neglect. So, yeah. Don't be in a guild where every day you think, I wish other people would do what I need them to do. That's a big sign that you're in a guild that is more casual than you want to be. Same thing if you're saying, God, I wish they would stop pestering me to do my shit. They know I'm just playing this on the side. You need to be in a more casual guild. That other guy needs to be in a more active guild. Find a guild that fits your needs. And if it's not working out, dump it. And yeah, here's Byako carrying Baka 7 on his back from that one Ancient Inheritance season.
Yup.
Join my Discord, real easy, discordwulf.com. It'll take you right to my Discord. There's a guild recruitment hall in there. with all of the recruiters in there. Just click on their name, send them a DM out of the blue, and just say, dude, I'm interested in your guild. It looks like a good fit. Do you have room? Some of them have lengthy, extensive interview processes. Others say, get your asshole in here. We need bodies. So reach out and find a better guild. And if it doesn't work out, you can leave. That's the best part. You don't have to stay. It's not a binding contract. You're not getting married here. You're just going to a party with a bunch of people. And if you like them, you stay. And if you don't, you go to a different party.
Yep.
All right. I am disappointed that I have really been pushing hard. I've talked to Orbidos and a couple others. It's unlikely they will be able to change the time of it, but they are sending the feedback up. I am hoping that they can add a week to it. You remember the very first season, the new AI came out. It was a 3-week because they wanted to make sure everybody could clear it. So they did a 3-week long one to test it. I think that's an elegant solution. Just give us an extra week so that the people that are on holiday can come back and guilds just don't feel like they missed out on really good rewards. But we'll have to see. It might not pan out, but hey, Smilegate, if you're listening, do the community a solid. Give us an early Christmas present. Just make an announcement that Ancient Inheritance is going to be extended for 3 weeks and it'll end on the 12th instead of the 5th. It doesn't cause any problems at all that I can think of. But yeah, guys, just if you're at your family's drinking eggnog and opening presents or popping a cork of champagne, like when you take 5 minutes to go to the head, just jump in and do your Ancient Inheritance because the speed sets are so freaking nice. The restoration stones, the selection chests, the bookmarks, there's so much good stuff in here. Like Valky said, it's a great way to bridge your account.
You only have to do it like once every 3 days, right? Because you get 50 energy a day and then banks up to 150. So every 3 days, just have a coordinated push, get some shit done.
Yep.
Go next stage, right?
Yep, you can skip a day. You don't have to sit down and do it for an hour. You can do it for 10 minutes and then come back later, do another 10 minutes. You know, you can space it out. You can get it done. I hate that it's happening here too, but it's still worth it. You're logging in anyway to do your headhunt, right? Take a few minutes to go pop into AI. Talked about the Bloody Epic Pass and Hecate is coming out. Ooh, the powder shop. Everybody excited to get their Spear of Anute on?
Probably not.
This is kind of a shitter powder shop. Abyssal Crown is always good for Harsetes. And I still think Song of Stars is one of the most underrated artifacts in the game for putting on C-Fan and Politis.
Well, okay, maybe not C-Fan, but just in general, it is an underrated artifact.
Yeah, but on C-Fan and Politis, you S1 an evasion unit. You put target on them because artifacts proc on a miss, and then you drag a DPS into that target who hits through evasion because now they have target on them and they have minus 50% evasion.
I can see the cook.
You know what you might be cooking? Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, if you got the effort to run Song of Stars, you just run a defense breaker artifact for Sea Phantom. But you know what?
It just makes her anti-evasion, right?
I dodge every single Setsuka I see in Guild Wars, so you know what? You know something I don't. All right.
Yeah,
fair.
Pretty good.
Nothing else here is worth a squirt of piss, guys. Save up your powder for buying limited artifacts and getting bottles of knowledge, but yeah, nothing here is exciting. I miss the maps. I miss the old map interface. I know this is cleaner and more intuitive and everything, but it just doesn't quite have the immersive MMO kind of soul. Yeah.
Yeah, I really love the fact that it had like the little like mini map you're moving around.
Little guy running around on it. Yeah, maybe I'm just being old and curmudgeon-y and not embracing the modern gotcha look.
Dude, I'll be the first to say it, bro. Running Roz is better than whatever this diamond is we have, bro.
It definitely puts it in closer territory towards like modern slop.
Yeah.
I do like the tag out system. They're changing this to where when you swap out a unit with a friend unit, you can swap back to your unit again as long as nobody's died. This does open up a little bit of utility to newer players who are struggling with content. You can take a friend's Soul Weaver with you and swap her in when she needs healing, and then swap her out and bring your DPSs back up. You can sandbag a unit that's important for beating the final stage boss, but protect him from the wave content in case he's like a glass cannon. Swap him in, do his nuke, swap him back out. So it's got some nice interaction for early game. End game players just full auto this stuff anyway, so it doesn't really change anything there. But it's a nice little push for people who are struggling to get past certain stages. I'm looking at you, Zeo stage. This freaked me out when I first saw it. Stats for some heroes will be revamped. And I was like, oh my God, they're going to nerf that freaking belly, and that was so good. They're going to change things, but it looks like it's just ChatGPT didn't do a good job, and they're just talking about changing the stats for Karl to be centered more around his new exclusive equipments and the stat changes because of the equipment. So.
Bellion, you're still on that Bellion. It's so funny. Tristen goes to me, he goes, so did you see this the free Bellion that they give you in RTA? It's insane. Like, what is that Bellion? And then I go look at him, like, open up my screenshot, like, Tristen, this is just my Bellion with 1,000 less health. It's the same Bellion. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Sue. I
was coaching
missed
somebody, and they were like trying really hard because they needed a ban free run, and I'm like, okay, well, let's see your Bellion, right? What's your best Bellion? It did not look good. And then as we got into game, right, I'm like, okay, let's pick Bellion here. They click on the Bellion, right, the white shield, and then there's like the Bellion with the S. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, that's a free Bellion, and it has 3F. Go click that shit right now.
Yeah, no, that's that Bellion's like 1500 defense, 31k HP, 150 speed, like 100 ER. With some F. Like that's basically what I play. I play that, but with 32k.
Were they giving it to you for free? Oh, that's great.
Yeah, no, that's what I say. Yeah.
They actually put in a lot of like counter units into the support system for free. It's a pretty good system now.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, you can climb up towards, I think it's like champion with them. That's when they stop working. Yeah, there's the Bellion in question. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah,
I think Sue was trying to talk about how his Bellion was better. I'm not sure. I kind of missed it because I was so fast I couldn't hear what he was saying. But
yeah, sure.
I'm sure he was flexing about it.
Yeah, when you're as slow as me, your account is just filled with gigantic thick waifus. Right, that's it. That's my whole account. I have like 15 or 20 waifus that have like over 30k HP at this point.
I think the really good thing about the support system now is every character they give you is some kind of hard counter to a certain archetype that you could play. I think for like new players, it's actually really important you learn what these characters do and how to use them.
Yeah, they did some research this time. It's not just Ice Shoe and Green Bazaar. They actually have like usable functional characters on usable functional builds, and I love the elegant way they solved the problem of, I don't have 3F, so my Bellion's useless. Well, now you have 3F.
Yeah.
But only for RT.
I actually really like the new Kid Autumn in there actually as well, because like Harsetti is such a big roadmap, like a roadblock for a lot of newer players to deal with. So it's like, hey, here's a Harsetti counter that's actually pretty decent.
And then they give you an FCC for that Bellion, and then against any openers, you have the Tori. Against Cleave, you have Ball, AU Fiend, you have Festive Ida as well. Versus all the extra turn bullshit, there's Beat-On, all the non-attacking supports. You have the first two. Like, they give you a little bit of something for everything. It's actually a pretty complete, like, like, how do I say this? Like, you know what this feels like? This feels like a Yu-Gi-Oh player side deck is what this feels like.
Yeah.
It's a really good Yu-Gi-Oh player side deck.
If I could make any change to the beginner units there, I would get rid of Diene and I would replace it with Infinite Horizon Hecate. If they did that,
I thought you were going to say Ruel, and I was going to stop you right there. No, I was like, oh, no. I don't know if we want to put that kind of evil in new players' hands. Like, I'm out of ways to play the game. I don't know what here's the Ruel. Have fun dealing with that, idiot.
Well, like, Destine is, like, as a reviver is a joke, and, like, she's a pretty, like, bad cleanser at this point. So, like, just give me Infinite Horizon and Hades if I'm, like, a newer player. Because, like, that serves dual purpose, right? Like, it's good cleanser. Also gives you, like, another anti-aggro tool, right?
This is my Bellion on the right here. I mean, the only thing I got over the one on the left is I got an immunity set. I think 100 ER is not worth an immunity set, but yeah. He's like 40 speed faster. It's, you know, I got a little more health, but
it's playstyle difference because, like, at this point, like, if you don't have speed, you basically just have to have a ton of bulk and you have to have a ton of ER. So, like, the strategy is because Bellion is an ER imprint. And, like, you know, Illinab is an ER imprint, and a lot of the other turn 2 units are ER imprints. You build everybody on like 120-ish ER, and they all just stack, and then you have just like enough where you could kind of potentially actually resist a couple of things. Like, that's the logic. Like, 100 doesn't do much, but when like everyone on your team has like 110 and is granting like roughly 60 to everyone else on the team, that's the value.
My Bellion had the skin, best Bellion. All right. I'm not going to go over this in great detail because this impacts mostly new players. But they're doing an equipment recommendation system where you can click on the little helmet icon. It's going to say, yeah, this gear would be pretty good on these units, and it'll help you figure out. I don't know how useful this is going to be. We'll have to see, but it's kind of nice that it's going to give people an answer to the most commonly asked question of streamers: who the hell uses this? So now you can find out for yourself.
I'm gonna say this because your chat's generally bigger than my chat. Y'all motherfuckers need to start asking that question before you send a piece to plus motherfucking 15, bro. I see this shit way too damn much where somebody's got some piece of garbage at plus 15. Who can I use this on? How about you ask that shit at plus 6, at plus 9 before it hits 15? How about them apples, huh?
Yeah.
How's that for owning the libs?
Valky's saying this like I haven't for the last 2 years seen it every Friday.
If you didn't see the piece from when it was plus 6, then you probably shouldn't have loved the plus 15.
Yeah, remember, guys, the amount of charms it takes to take something from plus 12 to plus 15 is enough to take like 10 pieces to plus 6. So you really get a lot of opportunities to check pieces and get good ideas if those pieces have future. Or if you just slam it to plus 15, you're going to be the guy that's like, I'm always out of charms. I'm always out of gold. Like, well, yeah, you're leveling garbage. Search Tristen Wulf gear guide, search Valky gear guide, search Sue gear guide. Hell, you could probably even search Anyo gear guide, right? We all have like some advice on how to do this stuff, right? But I do like that they are putting in-game ways for people to learn themselves. Not everybody watches YouTube. Not everybody watches Twitch. Some people just dive right in and try to figure it out for themselves before they go to the internet. So it's a way to help train people and teach them who uses what kind of gear. So I'm kind of okay with that. The biggest change is the in-game fribbles, right? The gear used to only have 4 ticks on the slide. Now we've got 6 ticks on the slide, which is going to make it a lot easier to fine tune. How many times you're like, hey, 45% crit. Okay, I'll go up 1. 187% crit. God damn it. So it's like having a little bit more graduation on these slides is going to be nice. And I like the idea that you can lock out pieces, that you can say, no, that piece is on my Renac. Don't take that piece. I'm going to flag it to say, don't recommend this, run the search again, and find new sets. So.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Because, like, there's some pieces you don't want to take off the character, right?
It gives you it makes it a little more versatile. High-end gamers aren't going to use this. People who are wanting to compete in high-end RTA, they're still going to use their fribbles. They're still going to use their own brain and figure it out themselves and build a piece they want. But this is really, really heckin' nice for transitory stuff, right? Build that Hall of Trials team. Deal with Advent. Stuff where you're just going to do a guild war, slam the gear on it, kill the thing, take the gear off. If you're in a top 1 guild, you probably aren't using this that much, but it is a nice feature. I think it's going to be more usable now. Will it replace fribbles? Get out.
It's not terrible, Anyo was saying. He's like, this Robbie's so bad. It's not
It's so slow.
I know. But the problem is that it's almost 2,700 attack, which for a Robbie is like actually pretty high. So it's like, I look at that and I'm like, oh, well, we went way higher on attack at the expense of speed and or health, so.
No effectiveness, how stun?
Yeah, it's usually like 2,400 attack, like 280 crit damage, with like a little bit more HP and some more speed than that.
That's pretty much it. The only other thing that really leapt out at me, again, down here in the footnotes where most people missed it, the regular tab is going to be renamed the general tab, right? So we got the seasonal, and in the basic is going to be the seasonal and the general. And this is the line that a lot of people miss. In line with the seasonal battle update, some of the battle content in the seasonal tab will be incorporated into the general tab. So we were talking about that up here, how, where is, if this is the only thing in the battle tab, where's Rift? Where's Otherworldly Breach? Where's Trial of the Constellations? Where's all that stuff? Some of those things.
General? There's only basic.
They said down there renaming basic to general. That was the line right below. It was the renaming basic to general.
They said regular to general, bro. What the hell is basic?
If you translate regular to Korean, then Chinese, and localize it with ChatGPT, it turns into basic.
Never beating the allegations.
Okay, for real, guys, for real. This doesn't mean everything that was here goes to basic. No, I strongly suspect under basic we're going to find Rift and Otherworldly Breach. I think Expeditions are gone, and I think Trial of the Constellations is probably gone. Though it did say 1 month left in Trial. It's possible Trial goes over to basic, and the only thing they're going to do seasonally to Trial is rotating the shop, but they're going to leave it in basic. We won't know until tomorrow. We just have to see.
You said Expeditions are gone?
I'm positive Expeditions left to make way for Advent.
For those who come after.
Because a couple of things, right? A couple of reasons I think that is they said some of the Orbis weekly guides and Path of Heroes will be changed. A lot of that is Holo Trials and Expedition stuff needs to be cleared. So obviously they're going to change those things for Path of Orbis, and a lot of the Welcome Back Returner things will be changed because a lot of those missions had to do with Expeditions and Holo Trials. So I think they are changing those to coincide with those things actually rotating in and out of the rotation as opposed to just being moved to the regular general basic tab. But we won't know until tomorrow, and this is one of my biggest griefs with Smilegate, right? You guys did a great balance patch. Look at the comments section. Everybody's happy with this balance patch. You brought a lot to meet to the table, and I know it was a lot. It was a lot of typing, but why did you just say some content? Would it have been so hard to say Holo Trial, or would it have been so hard to say Trial of the Constellations and Rift will be moved to the general tab, but not Otherworldly, or Otherworldly and Rift are being moved, but not Constellations? Would it have been so hard to say what content is moving instead of just letting us guess, instead of making us go, well, I guess we better bust our asses last minute to do this content because it might be going away, it might not. We won't know until tomorrow whether or not we wasted a bunch of resources or if we just didn't get it done and we actually had till the end of the month. This was so gray and non-transparent. I really hated it, and I wish they'd just come out and said what they're freaking doing with something as important as cycling and rotating content. That drove me nuts that they wouldn't tell us what's being moved. Really grinded my gears, can you tell?
Comment in chat kind of nails it. Like, if they did tell you, they would have to get off the free version of ChatGPT, which is kind of a lot if you think about it.
That's really about it, guys.
Yeah, also, I know, they said Smilegate's listening. Hey, if you need a paid version of ChatGPT, you should hit up my boy Jello. I've been stealing his subscription, and that shit is gas.
Everything else in here is, basic non-functional changes, kits doing weird things, graphical glitches and stuff like that. That was kind of the meat and potatoes of the big important changes. I did like that when I scrolled down to the comments section. This is a great update. Finally, some good updates. Thanks, devs. Appreciate the hard work. Update looks really good.
What's this? Positive comments on my stove? What's going on here?
I was gonna say,
for one, Stove is way more positive than me. And you know what? I'm happy to be the Doom poster for once. Whoa.
Yeah, no, overall, this is a very good patch. I think most of the changes, I'm actually really stoked for the story changes. My only complaint with the story changes is that Tristen and I won't get to use Helium to voice side stories anymore, but overall, I'm pretty stoked for the new story chapters. There's a lot of good stuff Like that is here in this patch. I think my only complaint, the only thing off my like bucket list, my wish list right now is like, yo, can we get some nerfs for this PvP? Thanks. But I know that I'm in the minority on that, bro. I beat that dead horse every single week.
I don't think you're in the minority, and I really think Valky might be onto something. Valky, you want to explain your take on why you think nerfs are not possible in Epic 7? This is just theory. We have not been told this by the devs.
I think we talked about this last week, right, or last pod, right? So I won't go too much on it, but nerfing gacha game characters actually illegal in some countries. Because I know for a fact, because fucking like 12 years ago, I was a Brave Frontier player. They released this combo of units that was too fucking strong, right? When you play them together, they were like jerking each other off. And then they nerfed that effect. And then the game almost got taken off of the App Store in Japan because it was published in Japan. In Japan, if you sold a premium product, you were not allowed to take away what was being sold in the first place. And E7 is also published in Japan, so I'm assuming it's the same thing, right? Like nerfing a game that's published in Japan, where you have to summon for characters, is just not legal.
Yep. And people are like, well, it didn't stop them before. They weren't published in Japan before, back when they did nerfs. And they had to be able to do it, the level of compensation they have to give out, it's crazy. They have to basically refund the entire value of the hero. That's why they waited so long on Hua Young before they finally pulled the trigger on her, and why they gave like all your resources and selector tickets and everything. And they languished on because they knew it would be a problem. They had to wait for her banner to be over a year old. They had to do a bunch of stuff. It's just a theory, but it's a sound theory. And for people that say things like, well, what about Summoner's War? They nerf all the time. Are they published in Japan?
I think Japanese players like play it, but I don't think
they play it. But is it literally published in Japan? There's a big difference, right? So yeah, there's a big difference between Chinese players playing Epic 7 and a China server, right? As far as rules for what the individual players can see in the game. So yeah, I don't know. It's just a theory, and Smogate's never confirmed it, and I don't know that they ever will. But there you go.
You know what? If they'd come out and told me that they can't do that, that's the reason why, I'd be like, you know what? Like that, sure.
Just transparency, right?
And transparency goes a long way, bro. Like, just give me the reason.
When has
like,
E7 ever been transparent, man?
I mean,
it's like asking a businessman to be honest about their product. Like, I do business, and sometimes we are gonna lie on shit by omission. Like, I'm not gonna tell you what makes the product shit. I'm just gonna stop just short of that, right? Like, that's just how business is done. Like, I understand it's upsetting to a lot of people who, you know, you're in school, you've never had a J word before. Like, yeah, it's gonna seem really scummy and shitty, but that's just the way the world is, right? Like, at the end of the day.
I got you. But I just need Shift Up to keep, just racking up them W's, because every W means that SG is gonna have to give me more transparency.
There's going to be devs that do better than others, right? Shift Up being one of them, and if you look at the non-gacha space, there's plenty, right? Sandfall this year really pulled through. Larian's always pulling up, and up until Cyberpunk, right? CD Projekt Red was seen as one of these companies where, like, they always stood by their players, and they made sure they never did them dirty.
Yep, exactly.
Do I think Aki is going to be a free character since he's the new heir? I feel it's a pattern since Ras and Victorica. They're adding new mechanics to the game where you can kind of play the characters in the stories and stuff, and one could make not a very far leap to say that's their way to avoid doing free characters and be able to profit and banner up other characters, because you can get free access to them in the story through the story mechanic. But I don't know. I heard one person say they think Aki's going to be the new Rift character, but Aki is pretty clearly not an Earth character, and we're scared. I mean, unless they start going off rotation, right? We've done. Yeah, we're due for Earth.
Aki's an Earth Soul Weaver, bro.
Yeah, you know what? Aki can be Earth. If frickin' Teu can be water, then
if Yuha can be a thief with that kit, bro. He's an Earth Soul Weaver, baby.
If Furious can scream fire, fire, and have flame effects and apply burns and still be a water unit, then you know what? They can make an Earth Aki. The reason he catches fire is he's made out of wood and he's flammable. It's canonical.
I feel like if you're willing to do enough mental gymnastics, you could justify anything to be any kind of character, honestly. Like anything else you guys want to throw at me, I'll hold it down. I'll own all the libs.
Yeah. The only one we know for sure coming up is this area is a light knight, and I'm just like, cool.
Do we know she's a knight? I knew she was light.
No, I believe she's a light knight. I believe.
How do we know she's a knight?
Somebody was telling me that the Korean dev notes have her as like light knight or whatever.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. She's Elbrus.
Yeah, I was like, all right, cool, because like we haven't had those before. They haven't just completely warped the game. I'm sure it'll be fine. I have confidence in Smilegate.
You're kind of right about that. The knights usually are very, very good.
No, but no, it's not even just like the knights. It's the light knights, right? Like aside from Fallen Cecilia, just think about Dark Knights. You're like, yeah, these ain't it, Chief. It's just light knights.
I'm glad I love my knights.
We need more. We honestly do need more better dark units. Like we need LQC to be good. Like that ass, bro.
Yeah. Well,
I actually think LQC is a good enough character. It's just there are no fucking dark units in the game for her to smash.
I actually am 100% with you on that, Valky. And the other thing is like, I know fixed damage made Para take like a hit, but like Para's still an incredible unit. I'm just like, what the fuck are you pairing her with? Like the format is just straight up all light characters and like Freerin.
There was a guy in Higa's chat after I rated him, so fucking base. Somebody said, "Hey Higa, what do you think Asaria is gonna look like?" He went, "An elf."
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
So this is subject to change, guys, but this is roughly what 2026 is going to look like, and this is when Asaria should come out based on the schedule. She'll definitely come out before the version update, so I don't think we're going to see any spacer banners in there. So Diene on the 1st and Asaria February 12th is when her banner should go live. So you got a long time to theorycraft Asaria. She's not coming out until right up against Lunar New Year on the 17th, right?
I can see it now. The Valentine's event is the backstory, the tragic relationship between Asaria and Saria. Mark your calendars, boys. Clip it.
And people are saying, when do we think Biblis is coming out? If I'm gonna like polish off my crystal ball and look, I would expect Biblis to be in March or April, because the character was always designed to be a spring release hero. She got shoehorned into Christmas because things happened, horrible things, but she's plants and greenhouses and flowers, stories of rebirth, and yeah, I expect we'll probably see Biblis's banner rerun, and they will want to rerun Biblis's banner around the time that the new Biblis unit comes out. As for the new Luna skin, where did the Luna skin come from? The vote on
anniversary,
that.
The
anniversary.
Yeah.
Very likely in February, because that's right around Lunar New Year, which is a big deal in Southeast Asia, and it just feels like that would be a right time to drop that skin. But, I'm really just like talking out my ass here, guys. So
I got you the context. Lunar New Year is such a big deal in regular Asia that I can't speak for Korea and Japan, right? You guys know how usually for the last months of Christmas, like Western countries would get like, if your company's real good to you, you would get a week off, right? And if your company's not so good to you, maybe you'll get 2 to 3 days off, right? So in China, you are mandated for the entire Lunar New Year month. You are not allowed to go into business if you're not in the service industry. Like, I work for a factory. That factory is fucking done for the entire month of February. Everybody's getting on a train to go the fuck home and spending home time with their families.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how much of a big deal it is. Everybody's gonna be home. Everybody's gonna be bored. Everybody's gonna be looking for a mobile game to play, and everybody's gonna probably be summoning because they're so fucking bored. They have extra money. They're spending time at home, and there's nothing else for them to do.
Oh, and we are overdue for it, and because people are going to want imprints for Diene, I do fully expect a custom group summon so that people can go for their Diene imprints sometime in the first 2 weeks of January as well.
I actually agree with that 100%. Like I also even like said, I think in the Diene video today, I was like, I am fairly confident this thing will be by like January 20th. You will see a custom group summon.
I think by January 5th. But yeah, I mean they did the same thing for Landy and Luna, did they not?
Yeah, they did.
So
like they
kind of expected.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, we're overdue for one. This is like the perfect time to be like, hey, you want to get a bunch of limiteds? Honestly, Diene value is just insane on that banner because obviously you get imprints for the ML if you pull it. And Unfading Memories is like the best it's ever been.
Well, guys, we've avoided it long enough, and we're starting to run out of time for today's podcast. So I think we should go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room, huh?
Not the packs.
The wolf in the room. Noias.
Yeah, we talked about Hecate with her no ass. Now we can talk about Diene with her no eye ass.
I'm nervous.
Noias' name.
Think I can play my part, Noi? You better run far, far away, or this very wolf will get you. Hi there. I'm Diene Tally, an inheritor of one of the Spirit Lords.
Shepherd of the Dark Diene was a warm-hearted.
So you notice we got a new intro guy, right?
Grew up surrounded by the love of those around her.
They got.
One day, while
I hope we
fun of their generative AI.
I hope we didn't bully the guy out just because he sounded so much like AI.
No, I'm pretty sure it was like an AI. Look, what they told us was they promised it was a real person, but they never said if it was a real person who gave their voice to be able to be generated. Because if you ever seen the free run videos,
Big D told me he was in a call with the guy in the room talking to him. Big D told me he was in a room talking to the guy. I'm just saying, it was told me specifically he's real. I've spoken to him in person.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been also told that the old person for the preview videos was
chasing
real
a
as
little
well.
lamb on the outskirts.
Like, yeah, I feel bad for him. Like Tristen said, hopefully he didn't lose like a job or something.
I would almost hope he was AI because God, I mean, nothing voice actors and actresses hate more than AI taking their jobs away. And to be told you sound like the thing you hate is that had to be one hell of a dick punch.
Of the Dark Forest.
I'm just gonna let this play long enough to hear this guy say Noias,
that
though.
encounter led her to become the inheritor of Noias, the Dark.
God, I don't know which kills me more, Noias or Hecate.
It's fine because this character is a JoJo's character. That's I'm here for that.
Spirit Lord.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit, and you guys can tell me. Look at Pupper, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
You could literally see Tristen. She's got a stand, right? There's her stand right there behind her. And then they say in the story that she's going to go on a bizarre adventure. Right? A strange and bizarre adventure. There you go.
Diene's bizarre adventure.
Yeah, Diane's bizarre adventure. She's literally a JoJo's
Rock
character.
album, is she gonna
JoJo
be
collab
named
confirmed,
after them?
guys.
I wonder.
Here we go. JoJo collab confirmed. Who called it?
Bro, I'm here for that, bro. Dude.
Is a 5-star.
So Luna's stat line on this girl, right? 124 speed, fast, zoomy mage.
Concentration.
Tanky mage also, like, highest health.
This girl's caused some drama. I've seen people ready to throw hands over. She's broken. She's mid. You're stupid. People can't quite seem to make up their mind on this girl. So, who wants it? Anya, you want to start?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I looked at it. I woke up this morning and I'm like, and like the more I went through it, it just seemed fairly balanced for our game state right now. But I'm willing to bet maybe it could be a little bit stronger than expected when it comes out. It's really just dependent, but like it isn't Scream, Boss, or Unk, or Scales, right? Which
Thank
is
God.
primary the reason why I'm kind of okay.
Upon using Dark Moon,
So they said they're going, they're looking for more balance to not make like units that just do everything and run the meta over. They're looking to make units that have more singular jobs. Think they hit the nail on the head, or do you think they totally went in the opposite direction and did what they said they weren't going to do?
Honestly, it felt like they made this character before they made that announcement.
I was gonna say that's exactly what it feels like, right? That was the thing that was so puzzling. If you guys watched before Valky and you got here when Trista was doing Guild Wars, I was like, look, you made that announcement like 4 or 5 days ago, and I know from talking to CMs in the past that you guys can like literally like an hour or two before this stuff goes live, like, make changes. Like it's not like always set in stone. We've heard a lot of stories with like Mashu and other CMs in the past that they can change this stuff in the 11th hour. So it's like a little bit puzzling to see certain things, like for example, the dual attack with the ally that has the highest attack. It's like the character didn't need that, but we just put it on there for like some reason, right? And so
I think it's the
What
best
if it
part of
was
her
even
kit.
more OP before they dialed it back? They're
Yeah.
like, see guys, this isn't broken, right? We've removed like 2-3 things from her kit.
Yeah,
Truly.
Yeah, what if all her skills had ignore ER?
yeah, like I put in my video like a list of all of the stuff that she does, and it's like it does not match up with the design philosophy that was put there the other day. And like I get it. Yeah, they might it might have already been, maybe they have a different process, maybe they changed the way that they do things like in design. In which case then like sure, it's too early. The design might be set in stone now.
Tristan, can you
with
pause
their
the
new
video
teams.
right here? I just want to point out, if Diene was on the defense team right there, and Eligos Soulburn right there, Diene would have cut across, stripped all of Eligos's teammates, and then just ate her entire team's ass alive for dinner.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, we're really gonna talk about characters. Yeah, they're just not gonna be able to do everything at one single button click anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're on.
This character is, in my opinion, like it's like there's the line, like the line is here for like broken, and it's like you don't want to cross it. She is like literally on the line here because this character does so many things and is so punishing in the spots where she's good. But surprisingly, there's enough floodgates and answers that you can't just slam the character like first, second pick all the time.
Wait,
And you
really?
can't
I think you can just take her and you play cleave, and they try to cleave you. You just deny their soul burns and then outspeed them and then kill their ass.
I mean that works too. I mean, but like it's not like as obviously busted as like Scales or like Boss Arunca was.
Obviously, yeah, I think the obviously part is like, yeah, she's not obviously broken, right? But if you look at it, there's this like very insidious thing that she does, right? Which doesn't get brought up enough, which is that she applies her debuffs before the attacks come through. And that is one of the most broken things in the game, considering one of the debuffs is motherfucking Seal.
Yes. No,
that's what I'm not okay with.
Look,
it's like, really, we're gonna have Seal first, and like it's conditionally cannot be resisted, which is already fucking broken. And then she attacks. I see. Oh, we're gonna seal them. We're gonna seal the RB passive and then attack. We're gonna seal some kind of revive passive and then attack. Okay, cool. I understand, right? Like you seal the passive first and then you attack. Like Empyrean Elinav, we're gonna seal the Empyrean and then attack. Oh, okay.
Let me just pull
well,
up.
shit.
Like when you just like lay it out all on paper, it's pretty bad. I'm gonna see if I can pull up my list.
Yeah, if you look at everything on paper separately in a vacuum, that's the only place where she looks balanced. But when you start considering like how she interacts with the top tier characters and all the bullshit, you start to just go, it's like that. Oh, okay. Wow. I guess that's another easy day of like hero debuts, right? Because like obviously as streamers, guys, what do we love? We love OP characters. Fucking easy day, log on some of the characters, put whatever 6 pieces of gear on. I'm just gonna be butt blasting a bunch of idiots in RTA, get a bunch of YouTube clips out. All right, ship them to the editor, get them edited. Wow, my day is done. What an easy day of work. Love days like these, right? I love when Renat comes out. Love when Scales come out. Love when Boss Arunca came out. I tell you what, as an E7 like YouTuber, the last couple of months has been some of the easiest times I've ever had being a fucking YouTuber. Because it's so easy to cook up clips of all of these characters. Because there's just so little counterplay to what they do, right?
Yeah,
Let
I
me,
think like yeah, when I was trying to prepare builds for this character, I think another thing that kind of hints towards how strong the character is I started contemplating if I even needed damage on the character.
Yeah.
Like she has free crit, and I'm like, but do I even need the damage?
The character gets
200 effectiveness.
The character gets like what, like 320, 330 equipment score for free, just like for fun, for gear score for free.
200
Yeah.
ER, and well, okay. Considering that Hecate from Tartar Sauce is going to be in the game soon, you maybe you just pretend like the effect resistance isn't there, right? And you're just here for the guaranteed crit because you can't really stop that.
Yeah, no, but like that's the whole thing. So like I pulled up the list, Valky. So she is the highest HP mage, the fastest mage. She is good versus control because she has a bunch of free effect resistance. She has a built-in self-cleanse, a built-in self-CR push. She could strip your enemy's buffs. She could seal passives. She could bridge for aggro. She could bridge for cleave. She can set up anti-cleave. She is technically a DPS because she always crits. And she is also a like a supporter combo character because of guaranteed dual attacks. That's literally everything this character does. And it's like, you probably didn't need the list to be that long. You kind of could have cut like 4 or 5 of those things out, and she probably would have still been good.
That's the biggest reason why I'm like, I feel like this is a case of this character looks like what we're looking at the video, and because like we don't see ignore ER on the S2, it feels like we're balanced. But like I feel like it's going to like we're gonna play the character and then slowly be like, yeah, this character's not okay.
No, they can very easily do that. Like that's the thing is like, to me, when I was reading it, I was like, look, I don't think that the character is like super turbo broken, right? But like it's very easy to cross into that territory here because this character does way too much, and the stuff that it does do is kind of unethical. It's just that I am praying that the floodgates that I see are sufficient and that you can't just slam the character, pick one all the time. But as Valky just pointed out, you could just cleave because she technically is anti-cleave. Like, what are you gonna do? Try and challenge the cleave? Because then she just
It's the same thing
you.
with Lady of the Scales, right? It's like they clearly wanted to put out this character that was like, oh, she could cut cleave, she could hurt the cleave units, and then she could cleanse the debuffs that like the cleave characters are gonna put down. Like, why wouldn't you want this? Everybody who's gonna play against, well, guess what? Cleavers are just gonna take it, steal your combat readiness you're defending with, and then use the splash damage as additional damage on their cleave units. Like, okay, so now this character just does fucking everything. Excellent, wonderful, right? And now not only is this character great for Soulburn synergies if you want to play a lot of Zio, if you want to play ML Ludwig, if you want to play Frida, excellent. But guess what? You're also denying your opponent the ability to be able to Soulburn because they see that and they're like, oh shit. Maybe I don't pick Briar Witch into this game. That seems a little bit bad if I have to defense break into his team. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mino hit it right on the head, right? Every anti-cleave unit has become a cleave unit. If it can be used against cleave, cleave will find a way to use it. Hey, Anya, would you do me a...
that I can think of is Red Polly.
Anya, could you do me a solid real quick? It's going to brick the cameras, but would you turn your camera off and back on again? Discord does this once in a while, and you are desynced big time.
Yeah. No problem.
Say something now.
Oh.
Stupid Discord. No, it's just on my end.
It's just on you. I mean, it's fine to me.
Okay. I'm gonna go over some of the obvious floodgates that people are missing, and I want you guys to tell me, why this doesn't make her balanced, or whether or not this is something you can leverage against her. The first things first is her S1 damage, or her S1. It's a 20 soul burn, and the reason for this is obvious, right? So you don't abuse Freeren's artifact. If it was 10 souls, you could just generate unlimited souls with this unit practically. And it's just increased damage dealt when you soul burn with her. And this S1 is into a... Where is that S1?
Oh, it was right there.
Right there. This S1 was into a defense break and a target. Given there's Arius involved, but you can see the Arius damage. So this is her S1. it did like just a hair over 6k damage.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, the Arius damage down here into it. It's not into a defense break target. I don't know that unless the Soulburn mods are through the roof, I don't know how impactful the Soulburn is going to be on boosting the damage, right? The real damage is that she pulls somebody in after and you double tap a rupture. So you just do some giga damage from that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people are like, oh, well, you can just go ahead and Soulburn her S1 right out of the gate to activate her skill. You're going to have to use your book on that, and you're giving up on using her S3. The second big thing is everyone's like, oh, she ignores ER. She ignores ER. She does not ignore ER, except when she's got immortality, which she will have on her S3. And her S3 does not have any form of strip. And ignoring ER doesn't do shit when the enemy's got immunity. And her S2 does not ignore ER. It's a 2 buff strip, which means you can nest and buff stack to hide the immunity, and she's absolutely useless. And even if you don't nest and hide the immunity, if there's immunity, it can be 15%ed. And this shot right here is so lovely, where she gets activated by Elagos, her skill activates, and she strips every single buff from everybody. Doesn't get 15%ed one time on all 6 of those strips. Mathematically, she should have missed 2 or 3 of those.
My Elnuff has ER. That ain't happening to me.
And yeah, and she's going to be really rough into ER unless you build her with effectiveness. And a lot of people are like, why would I put effectiveness on her when her main skill? Now, all this goes right in the toilet if you, the opener, right? Like if you run it with Ran and you just soul burn a guaranteed strip. Then you don't have to worry about the fact that she doesn't strip. But she could be hard stopped by immunity on the enemy team. She's definitely hard stopped by buff stacking, which I think is going to be more and more of a thing moving forward, with lots of things stripping 2 buffs instead of being full strips. And then we got the floodgate characters that work into her. Hecate, of course, being the first one on people's minds. But what about Veronica, a free unit that pretty much everybody has? Doesn't she throw a wrench into how this girl works? What about Luna, who is the same speed as her? And people probably aren't building this girl 305 speed. You don't really want her to go first. You want an initiator to activate her with a soul burn, and then she goes. So she's probably going to be running 240, 50 speed. So don't give me this, oh, they're the same speed, so Luna doesn't necessarily outspeed her. I think Luna always outspeeds her unless it's a slow Luna. Like a purposely slow Luna, not just somebody who doesn't have gear. I think a 270 Luna will probably always outspeed her. And once she's sealed, she's done. Units like Knockwall, who are always going to be faster, who can drop a seal on her. So I think there are a lot of really good floodgates and a lot of good answers to her that keep her from just being the traditional ML5 we've been seeing, where you pick her first and win, like you did with Luna, like you did with Harsetti, like you did with Lady of the Scales, like you did with Bossarunka.
Well, the thing you bring up with is basically, yeah, she's not some character that you're gonna be racing with, right? You want a character to soul burn first, to activate her, and then she goes, right? Because for a while now, the way Epic 7 characters have been designed is they have an activated state and an unactivated state, right? The easiest example in the current meta I can think for you guys is like, shit, bro. Like, Renac's activated by default. She just fucking goes insane. I'm sorry. No, never mind. She's always activated by default. Let's go back a little bit, right? Blood Moon Haste, right? Unactivated is just Blood Moon Haste as a base character, but when he's activated, you kill one of his teammates, he gets to do a whole fucking lot, right? So because she's needs a soul burn to activate her, you are most likely, what you're gonna do is you play her on either book or the free run artifact, and then you're always just going to match your opener to just outspeed your opponent. That's it. Like, a good aggro player is always like, okay, you pick Luna, okay, I'm going to go Ran. All right, you don't go for a speeder, maybe I can bully a slow player. Maybe I'll go for Hellion Lua, right? Like, there's a lot of stuff you can do as a flexible player where if you pick her first, right, let's say you pre-ban Belly and you pick her first, you could drop Zeo on 3. There is no counterplay for that, right? You could go Veronica, but then you are getting your Veronica stripped, and then I think as long as because your push margin can match, right? 1 for 1, Veronica pushes 50, she pushes 50. So if you can match a Veronica, or you have some kind of CR floodgate to go against the Veronica, drop the S3, push the Veronica back, you might even one-shot her. You know, it's really hard to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what the best part about this unit is, Sue?
What?
We can't even test her until January. We got the entire holiday season to fist fight with each other over whether or not she's mid or she's meta. I mean, really, like for Smogate, making sure people are talking about their game, what better way than to get people to rage bait each other over whether or not this unit's good or not?
I think it's the same thing for Hecate. I think tomorrow rolls around, a lot of people are going to be excited for Hecate. By the way, I'm not going to be strong. I'm not doing shit until we get Warfare set Hecate. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, people are gonna be like, dude, this character fucking blows. Oh my god, like how can I pick this character? Now I suddenly lose access to all revive characters, and I don't do shit for like the first 5 turns. Fuck, this character sucks. And then everybody's gonna be mad about it. People are gonna be mauling about it, and then people are still gonna play revives. People are still gonna play Ruel and 3 revivers. People are still gonna be mad on Stove. And then January 10th comes around. Is it 10th or 18th, Tristan? What do we say?
It's
January 8th.
8th is going to come around. Warfare set's going to come in. People are starting to be like, whoa, maybe Hecate's the thing that's unethical now. That's a little crazy, right? Do you guys remember what we said when May Chloe first got buffed, right? We're like, damn, like, oh shit, May Chloe's going to be real unfair. Guess who was the real winner of that patch? It was fucking Setsuka. Setsuka no longer took splash damage from anything, and now the game's not fucking playable because people just pick Ruel, Setsuka, and now if they don't win their RNG game, guess what? Ruel S3, try again with Setsuka. Woo! I love that Big 7. Make RTA great again.
We have a guy in chat asking if Bind would stop the skill from activating. I don't think it will, because it dispels all debuffs from the caster before the activating of Dark Moon. So Bind should not impact it. Bind will get cleansed before, and then the skill activates. It's not going to be like a bound Janua.
It's gonna be the same thing as Green Celine and Lionheart Sermia. You'll note that their passive still goes off even if you tag Bind, because the Bind gets cleansed first.
Yeah. Yep. Dude, aren't you excited?
Like now, granted, I don't think this character is like automatically fucking broken. I think there's still a lot of things in the game that could get around her, and there's ways to set up wins on top of her, right? But let's just say if you are not sitting on a giga stacked account, right? You're not one of the 4 of us on screen with pretty much 99% of the characters and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years worth of gear. You are gonna throw some fucking big ones, okay? Like, especially if you are a new player trying to play PvP. You are gonna have to open up, or you're gonna have to turn around, bend over, whatever it is, right? You gotta get her
Calm
in,
down.
get it over with.
So ratio format, right, guys?
Tell me how you really feel, Valky. Don't hold back.
Like that's all I'm saying. No, because I've been doing this thing where I've been streaming in the morning, like before, I completely went on break mode.
Yeah,
right?
I know, dude.
And when I play in the morning, I notice I have this new mode of clarity where like I can see maybe 2 steps deeper in a draft. And a lot of times I'm like, wow, this is like a Hellion Lua game. Wow, we could play some fun stuff. This is definitely a Red Sigrid game. We can have some fun, guys. There are just certain times where I see a pre-ban, I see their first pick, I see their second pick. I'm like, okay, guys, we're going to have to play Ahmed here because I don't know a second solution to this draft. I know exactly what's going to come on 3. It's the Empyrean, and then blah, 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 blah is on 3, 4, 5, and we're fucking dead if I try to play anything besides Ahmed because that's the only, like, composition I know that solves some of this bullshit. And, like, I can't imagine what it would feel like as a new player trying to solve some of this shit, man.
Like I said, at least, like, kudos to you, man, because, like, I threw in the towel. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to play Ahmed, because even I recognize Ahmed's, like, one of the few things you can play. It's like Briar and Ahmed for a lot of some of this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, yeah, I'm good.
Briar Ahmed is, like, probably as a speed player, the only, like, acceptable third pick that'll solve some of your problems sometimes. I would say the same for Zio, but Zio honestly don't even feel like he has enough answers to be able to work with him, right?
Yeah,
Briar just so happens that she denies revives and she can defense break Setsuka fairly reliably. And Ahmed is just, well, any character that has damage and no speed guess what? You're immediately good with Ahmed. And Ahmed
way
solves that problem real fast, right? You're brute forcing through Empyrean Illinav, which one of the few points that make her really, really fucking broken.
Yeah,
Well-
Seal is not bind. Seal hard stops this. Seal turns this entire skill off, and it gets rid of the immortality. Seal turns her into not a unit. It's almost like the fastest Seal unit in the game that ignores ER when she does it. Should be at the top of a tier list for a selector somewhere, maybe. I don't know. It'd be nice if somebody let people know about that.
Yeah, if only, man. If only there
If
were
only.
people real enough in the community like that. Shit.
I've got a serious problem though with this. How do I put Diene in my lobby without messing up my quad Sirmia lobby?
You don't.
That's fortunate, man. Gotta give something up.
What if you do a triple Sirmia lobby with the skin and everything, and then Diene?
No,
Problem
because
is
the
my
thing is, if you
my
remove a
two
Sirmia,
fire
you can't put
my
this
two fire Sirmias are back here. I can change the I gotta lose a Lionheart.
Yeah, but then you can't get that Lionheart back.
Yeah, and I can never get her back.
We at the Legion of Lionhearts, we reassimilate that one back into the fold.
Well, I mean,
I'm
you're
gonna
adding
find-
a Wolf. I'm sure you can afford to lose a lion.
I'm gonna find a way to do this. It might take some kung fu, but I'm gonna find a way to make this happen. Oh my
Maybe
god.
for a Noaias pet.
So here's something, guys. If you have a lobby you don't want to mess up, you can save your Smilegate folder, and one of the files in there. I'm gonna figure out which one it is. One of those files has your lobby save in it. So if you change it and you don't like it, I can drag it back and get my Sirmias back. So I know I at least have a way back machine that way.
Whoa, breaking TOS, modifying game files. Whoa.
I'm not modifying game files. I'm just copying and pasting existing unmodified game files.
That's true.
Yeah,
There's no
you
modification
to kind of
involved.
Address what somebody's saying in YouTube chat, like back when the game was a little bit more, I think I would call it tempered in the way they balanced the game. There was a lot of skill expression in the draft where different strategy can be built different ways, right? Because most characters, some of them are better, right? I think back 3 years, back to like right before Navy Captain Landy came out, okay? I want you guys to all close your eyes and imagine this, all right? I'm gonna paint you a picture. And like, that was the time where most characters, the good-ass characters, had about, I would say, 10 lines in their kit, okay? Like, they do 10 different things between their S1, S2, and S3. And, I'll sometimes replace S2 with a passive, right? Green Landy was like that. Green Landy, I think, was like 9 or 8 lines, but some of those lines were better than the others, right? Rimuru was like 9 lines in his kit. Starting from Navy Captain Landy, shit got up to like 13, 14 lines. And by the time we got to Renak and Bossarunka, it's like 15, 16 lines. So now, like, if you are giving up one of these characters off the opener, off rip in your draft, you are giving up, like, 60% of the things you could be having to start off with your strategy. And that's never a strong footing to be starting on. And it's just like, at that point, what do, right? You just yielded 60% of your advantage being first pick. Like, you will lose if that's the case, right?
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. Like, that's how it kind of is. Like, look at just when the game comes back up, or you could even use a resource like Cecilia bot, right? Look at the amount of lines of text on Bossarunka and then compare it to Red Cecilia. Like, there is a ginormous amount of text disparity, right? What is like Steel Cloudburst is like what a slow and a strip 1. Ruinous Retribution is a barrier and immunity and a provoke.
What is Bossarunka?
Yeah, but you have to remember, you have to also look at.
There's Bossarunka. There's the text.
Yep, but then you also
that's without really factoring in. Do you want to count like the fact that Bossarunka, on top of having this kid, has one of the best base stats in the motherfucking game? Like, is that an additional line of text? Is Renak being at 129 an additional line of text? Like, there's so many things to think about that just like absolutely breaks this shit, right? Like certain characters, S1 is just like, fucking, it slows when your attack connects at 35% rate. And then you got Diene, which is, it guarantees rupture first, and then you're going to pull a dual attack, and then it's going to hit twice. And then, oh yeah, while we're at it, just get guaranteed crit, because fuck Navy Captain Landy.
We're still stopping on Navy Captain Landy to this day, huh?
I mean, I will always fight for my girls and their right to exist as real characters in PvP, you know? I've never stopped the good fight.
Justice for Navy Captain Landy.
Justice for Greenlandy as well, but I guess we're about to see if this next patch is good enough for her.
All right, I'll say it. Justice for Blue Luna, bro. It's been like 5 years.
When are we... When is that character gonna get? Like, come
Buff
on,
the redheads. Don't listen to these fools, Smilegate. Bologna, Araminta. We got so many
Bologna.
redheads that need buffed.
Oh god, dude.
Lone Crescent.
Yeah, Lone Crescent actually does need a buff, bro, because like literally the thing that made her unique, literally Diene has for free as a debuffer.
Thinking
Bergita.
about this, I feel like if you
Bergita.
delete Empyrean
Holy crap.
Illidan, Ruel, as well as Ahmed from the game would actually be in like a playable spot where we're at right now.
You deleted who?
Delete Ahmed, right? Like I'll shoot myself here, right? Like he who takes the most pain shall cast the first stone or some bullshit. I don't know. I'm not religious. Anyway, delete Ahmed from the game because she just enables too much bullshit. Delete Empyrean Illidan because she denies too much bullshit, and then delete Ruel because she reverses too much bullshit, right? And I think the game is at a pretty balanced playable point, assuming that Lady of the Scales and the End gets banned enough times.
All right,
Yeah.
look.
Think about how much you could own the libs if you did this, Smilegate. I mean, it's a moral imperative.
I'll give you that one if you also are willing to throw out Boss Arunca and another turn 1 character.
I think Boss. I don't think Boss is that bad if Empyrean's not in the game because there's too many defense penetration ways to just absolutely fist her.
Yeah, that's true, but she's just. My issue is that she's just not fun to play against, bro. She's just
I agree. I'm not saying you're wrong, right? But I'm saying if you delete Empyrean Illidan from the game, Boss Arunca most of the time is a problem that could be solved by one wild dog boy, you know? Get a load of these guys.
You're probably right. Because Illidan exists, you could probably run things over pretty easily. And like, it's not like, as much as I hate saying this, like, Carmen exists as boring as she is. So like, that's still like, there's still an actual good tank to fall back on, even if Illidan goes down. But it's just like,
I mean, if you think about it, Carmen now reduces what damage taken by like 25%.
25.
Right?
Yeah,
all damage types.
She's back to release security state, yeah, which is insane.
If you think about it, right? No, release security state was 25% critical hit damage. It was not all damage. I remember this fairly clearly. And I was trying to ask my guildmates if it was good. He was like, yeah, bro, every single character that does any damage crits. I'm like, you know what? You're right. Yeah. The way I see it, right, is other games would kill to have 25% damage reduction. Brother, Empyrean Illidan versus all the defense pen shit, right? Like, aka all the good shit, reduces 70% of their outgoing damage. Like, what are we talking about? In what games, how hard do people have to beg for some method to reduce all the good incoming damage by up to 70 fucking percent? What are we talking about, man?
Hey, Baka, do you think Ruel would be fine if we just simply added to the description of Prophetic Candlestick, if we just added the phrase, can only be activated once per turn when attacked by a non-hero?
Yeah, I think that'll be fine.
Just add when attacked by a non-hero. Five words. 5 words, and this is solved.
Yeah, the issue, right, at the end of the day is, in PvP, a Candlestick Ruel is just a little too random, right? Especially, like, you are 1 attack away from killing her, or 2 attacks away from killing her, and the 1 attack procs her, oh boy, she gets the S3 something, and then your entire progress is reset, and then minus cooldowns, right? It's just a little bit too RNG for a competitive game. Like, I think outside of that, she's actually not the worst. The S3 feels fucking awful for sure, but like, the fact that they allow Candlestick and her, and I just noticed Candlestick is for 40% proc rate. My fault. I thought it was 30% this entire time. Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah,
we've
30 plus 15.
Malky and I've had this conversation like multiple times over the last like week. Like, Candlestick, just, I really think it should just go. Like
It's not like, okay, Candlestick
Make it a
is bad.
PvE artifact.
Ruel is annoying,
that
but
hard.
not the worst. The real issue comes from when you pick her with Setsuka, right? And it's like, you miss one attack, you might just fucking lose because Setsuka is snowballing off of you. And then that missed attack, you're not doing any real damage. You're contributing to Prophetic Candlestick proc. And even when all things goes wrong, she clicks S3 on Setsuka. And then suddenly like, okay, well, you're going to have to do all of that work all over again without your cooldowns. And Setsuka can blind you on top of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like usually when not always, but like there have been a fair amount of like problems in PvP over the years, and a decent chunk of them are because of Candlestick, right?
Elvira.
Elvira. The Hecate rope that is used sometimes. Like it. The thing is,
The
Candlestick is
Elvira
one of these
incident.
like Candlestick is one of these artifacts where like it's either useless or it enables like a really unfun interaction.
The Elvira incident was so dumb, right? The moment they had an issue with this artifact on Elvira, they went, oh, this is a problem on Elvira. Well, let's change Elvira. The effect of the artifact was the problem. Why would you change Elvira? Why wouldn't you just make this how did you not think this was going to happen again? And it will happen down the road with another hero.
Yeah. I mean, guys, come on. That's why Nurse Yolha's cooldown cannot be affected one way or the other. You have to cycle it out natively.
It's because of this stupid artifact. Why don't they just put in there, it only works in PvE. It only works when attacked by a non-hero. They've got that language on other artifacts. There are other things in the game that says this only works against heroes and this does not work against heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Can only be activated versus non-heroes or cannot be activated by heroes. It's a simple change, and then they don't have to freaking tinker with people's kits down the road or worry about people finding new and unusual ways to abuse this stupid artifact.
I mean, it'd be fine even if they bumped up the chance. Like, make it only activatable by, like, AoE attacks or some bullshit, right? Like, the fact that it's just sometimes 40% of the times, the last 3 turns of your battle progress just gets reset, right? And, like, these guys, when they lose the draft, they're like, well, this doesn't make sense with anything, but I'm going to pick Ruel on 5. And we're dragging this shit out to 70 turns, and when it's 70 turns, right, what happens, guys? The person who gets better dual attacks will win, the person who gets better 15% will win, and, like, that's really it, right? It's like, you would think in a longer match the better player wins, but in reality, it's a split between the better player, the person who ends up with the better draft, and the person who just gets luckier will win, right? Especially if you get one really impactful dual attack. That shit is like run ending, yeah?
I mean, that's what used to be you remember the meta like 2.5 years ago, like when we were in A Robbie meta, right? Hand guy. Getting the dual attack with hand guy decided everything in like these longer fights, right? Because just like a random
you get a dual attack with hand guy, it's like a spare 3,000 damage, and then on top of that, it's 30% combat readiness for your entire team. And it's like, okay, well, I guess that's the game. Right,
yeah, like,
there's a lot more like a really annoying longer game dual attack stuff too. Like, any Landy, Navy Captain Landy, back when she gets a duel, that shit is over. Green Landy, back when Green Landy get a duel, cuts your turn, and then gets her full stack ult, like GG, right? Like it just fucking sucks.
And one person say you could fix it by changing this word turn to battle. I think it's a bad change. If you change it to activate once per battle, you may as well just delete the artifact because nobody will ever use it again.
Yeah, there's a billion ways you could change this, but at the end of the day, the issue is you could pick Ruel on 3 into a Briarwitch Isari on 3, and as long as you stacked enough layers of RNG in, as long as your opponent doesn't like, I can't believe I'm saying this, if your opponent lands everything they're supposed to land, right? All the defense break, all the hits, all the attacks. And as long as you can make one thing miss and one of your characters live, you could like stabilize everything else, right? And that's the really annoying part. And we talked about how Setsuka by herself is like a good ass tank, right? And don't forget, guys, Setsuka, can wipe whole boards by herself. Setsuka can solo boards. And not only can she solo squishy units, if she rolls enough lethal whispers, bro, she's killing your boss Arunka as well. What are we talking about?
Yeah, no, Setsuka's kind of yeah.
You didn't get lucky enough the first time? Here's Ruel. Try again, bitch.
Damn. So
Get ready for the second term. We're making RTA great again.
So before we wrap it up, I just wanted to go over one last thing, guys. Hey Anya, you fought any good tournaments lately?
Yes, I fought in 3 of them to be exact.
You got one more in about 2 days?
So guys, the Battle of the Alphas tournament, the qualifiers are almost done. This weekend is the final tournament for Xander. Here is a exclamation point sign up, should work in both Twitch and YouTube. I think you can go to that page and sign up for the tournament right now. Sue, Ace Trainer, Vic Chun's tournaments have completed, and they have selected their people to take with them to the finals, but Xander's tournament is happening this weekend. I know it says part 1 and part 2. Basically, he's doing the finals on a separate day. So, because he's got a lot of people signed up. He is capping it at 120. I believe he still has room. I don't think he is full yet.
Scroll up, there it is right there.
Yeah, link is right there. Yeah.
But you click on his application link. God damn it! Sorry, guys.
Dude. Dark mode proves, bro. Just enable that by default.
It was enabled by default. Xander bombed us. But anyway, I know it's in Spanish. If you don't speak it, that's okay. You know what your Discord name is, your Epic 7 name is, and what server you're on. That's all you need to do. Submit it and sign up. He's giving 5,000 Sky Stones to the winner, 3,500 to the second. Third place gets 1,000, and 750 goes to the fourth place guy. He's doing a traditional tournament, if I'm not mistaken, and from this, he's going to pick 3 people to accompany him to the big show on the 10th, where you can win up to 10,000 Sky Stones. So make sure you go and be a part of his tournament. It's your last chance to get into the grand finale, which will happen on January 10th.
Yeah, we're giving away 120k Sky Stones. I mean, we're already giving away, what, 30k, right? Another 10k for this, 80,000 for the final. That shit is going to come in handy, because not only do we have Hecate to worry about now, we got Diene. You guys are going to make sure you got to get that shop refresh up. That's what's up.
Xander's tournament is not ratio. That's Sue's baby.
No,
I think
ratio. I am the ratio guy. You want to play ratio?
Honestly, yeah, you could just plug everything into like Google Translate, or better yet, Chat GPT, and ask them to explain everything for you. And you know,
better
yet,
your Jello's Chat GPT.
Yeah, and despite what The Simpsons will lead you to think, no, like if you were me, you do not need to type your name in as Al Valkio, okay? Just type in your whatever name and it's fine. Dude, that shit was crazy. I really pulled up to Xander's chat one time. They were talking about car, and people were typing El Caro Seis. And I was like, what the fuck? The stereotypes are true. That's crazy.
So, Anya, what was your favorite tournament? I know you fought in Vic's, Aces, and Sue's. Which format liked you the best? You like the ratio? Did Vic and Ace do anything different with theirs?
It had to be. I mean, okay.
I'll
not saying.
I'll walk away. So he doesn't have
shoot.
To...
Yeah. I don't want. I'm not saying it's just because Sue is here, but it was definitely ratio, because it's a different format, because like we play ladder all the time, right? I played up to Emperor rank, right? So obviously I'm familiar with the meta, and walking to Vic's tournament, walking to Ace Trainer's tournament, I'm playing the same things, right? It's just doing it on stage. Well, for Sue's Rachel tournament, it's a lot different. And we saw some cool things come out, like, for instance, Deriku in the tournament literally had a 300 speed Blaze Dingo ready to protect his DPS.
Yup. Dude, I have to give a shout out to Anya, though. Anya was, like, actual genius tech. He was playing Blue Rose on Ancient Dragon's Legacy, and he was using it as not only his bridge, but also a way to reset the cooldowns on his Naqual. Right? Like, I was like, holy, dude. Like, it was so cancer. I was like, this is actually brilliant.
Yeah, so
Now-
I had brought out a 300 speed monk with 200 F, and yeah, I was that was my game plan to try to win.
Yeah, but yeah, like, but Derek who won, man, like, had by far like the coolest draft. It was like Anu said, it was 300 speed Blaze Dingo as his opener to protect his DPS. And then he would use Rima to reset the cooldowns and do it again. Dude was like literally cleaving with like Blaze Dingo plus DPS, but also had like a way to just kind of loop into invincibility for his team over and over again. It was like dude was playing like Saria with like no cooldowns. I was like, what is this?
I think my favorite was still watching Derek throwing around use Rima like she was the most meta thing ever.
Oh, yeah, he would first pick it every game. It was like, oh, what? So I know people were like, oh, Bask, right? That people kept calling the tournament Bask meta because he was played so often. I think at the end of the day, I think he had a negative win rate. As much as people were like saying like he was the guy, I think he had a negative win rate at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So guys,
I like
sign up
Diene
for this
more.
tournament. You've got nothing to lose, right? The worst possible thing that could happen is you get your ass handed to you and you spend the holiday season crying in the corner while you're hugging your knees. But other than that, nothing bad can happen, and you got a chance to win. And you might be thinking, I can't compete in this. I don't have great gear. I've only been playing 6 or 7 months. We got a place for you too. The streamers can only take 3 people with them to the grand finals, and only one of those people can be an emperor. Only one of those people can be a champ, and one of those persons can be a newbie. And by newbie, we mean you created your account in 2025. No legends, no Giga Whales.
Yeah,
And you might be like,
I'm fairly sure we talk about this everywhere, but when Sue gets his final roster, when Vic gets his final roster, they submitted it to the CMs. They're actually doing a full rank check on everybody, making sure everything's legit. Like you are not sneaking into this motherfucker. You can try, but it's not gonna happen.
and you might be like, yeah, but I've been playing for 6 months. How am I going to possibly fight an emperor fight? You don't have to. You fight your counterpart. The newbie fights the newbie. The emp fights the emp. The champ fights the champ. The streamer fights the streamer. It's going to be as competitive as we can make it and put you on pretty equal footing with the person you're fighting. And when we say emp or champ, we mean the highest rank you've ever ended an RTA season. Not if you touched legend for like 5 seconds and then ended the season champ, you're considered a champ. And we're going to be looking at the frames you have to be able to determine whether or not how you ended.
You guys should just
guys-
join. It's pretty fun, honestly.
I mean, it's good practice if nothing else. If you want to like, get some reps in, tournaments are a great place to do it, man. You'll learn a lot.
You know,
And let me
for
sweeten the
me,
pot,
like,
guys.
I
If
usually join-
I'm sorry, on your good.
Like I joined every single one of Valky's tournaments, and I usually place like around like 9th place off of what I found in Match Reno. So for some reason, I mean, I just always join these tournaments, right? For this tournament, like this whole group of tournaments, I actually placed the highest I've ever placed, where it went from 5th place in Vic's tournament, and then it was 2nd place for Ace, and then 3rd place for Suze.
Yeah, I gotta shout out Anuo for this, because I remember when I first started doing them with Divine, Anuo alongside a couple other guys like Joe K5, for example, I've seen them first or second rounded, and then after a couple, I see them like make it to the 3rd or 4th round, right? We get to watch one of their games, and then after a couple of events, these motherfuckers started being able to make it to day 2, and then like it started looking better and better for them, and like it's the same pipeline for me, right? Before I hit my legend, when I started playing in Cars tournaments, dude, the first time I played in Cars tournament, I got fucking first rounded. I forgot Spectre Tenebru was a character, left that bitch out of pre-bans, and then picked 4 single target characters. I was like, I'm fucking stupid, right? And then I started doing better and better in Cars tournaments. Eventually, I was able to make it to finals and go head-to-head with Alvmage. Of course, I got my ass sweep 3-0, but, who's fucking keeping track? I made it to 2nd place. I won a good bit of money.
Yeah.
I got some money back for my pack, so it was a good time, right? Like, if you're a serious player, make sure you sign the fuck up, because it's good time to get practice in. I saw somebody in YouTube chat saying, bro, I'm high as shit right now. Maybe you're good. You don't have to sign up, okay? Because if you're this high on fucking Wednesday night, bro, you are gonna fucking forget you signed up for a tournament on Saturday. Maybe leave that spot for somebody who's gonna be awake and playing for it. You're good,
Bro's
bro.
playing Blaze Green Calamity Trigger, bro. It's good.
Yeah, man, he's playing that Blaze Glue.
Hey, let me sweeten the pot a little bit, guys. If you fight in this tournament and you get into the tournament on the 10th and you totally stink up the joint and you go like completely zero, you get absolutely cleaved, you embarrass yourself and it's terrible, we still give you 2,500 Sky Stones.
Basically, if you're on my team, you get 2,500 Sky Stones.
You get 2,500 just for being there. And here's the best part, right? Whichever streamer thing you win, in this case, Xander's the only one left, you got between now and January 10th where that streamer is going to be working with you. They're going to be answering questions. They'll help you build your roster. I'm sure they're going to help you get things ready because they want to win 10,000 Sky Stones too. And they're going to make sure that the people they bring with them are coached, understand how to play, have units built right, get some good advice. You're not just going to be thrown to the wolves. They're going to help you out because they want the rewards, not just for them, but for the 3 people from their community that are going there. So expect a little bit of one-on-one training from these guys that most people have to pay out the nose for with like real life money to get that level of one-on-one training.
Maybe not on Christmas, okay? And definitely
maybe not on
calling
Christmas
your
Day.
streamers after fucking midnight. You know, if you know that reference, you know that reference.
For my team, we're probably starting January 2nd. We're hyperbolic time chambering this, bro. We're all gonna strategize, come up with comps, techs, you know, re-gear stuff, come up with some sauce that we can use. Yeah, that's my plan, at least right now.
Now, I can't go into many details on this. I've been told not to give up many details on this, but we're going to take care of the viewers too. We're going to have some things going on that are going to make it worthwhile to be there. Now, it's not going to be nutty. This isn't the E7WC, but we want this to be attended. We want you guys to be there and have fun. We want to make this a good time for everybody. So even if you aren't fighting, make sure you tune in when it happens because we're going to have some stuff for you guys too.
I have this art book here that let's say even if we don't get anything to give away for the final stream, like, you know,
is that the Luluka one? Yeah, I have that. I have that one. It's a Bellion background. That the cover that you see right there on the art book with Luluka and Bellion. That is, if you, the code in there gives you that as a wallpaper for your lobby, and it also gives you a smug Bellion emote.
Yeah, and I also got this one, the original one. So I got 2 separate art book, 2 codes.
Oh man, the original one is like super rare. The code, unfortunately, in the original one has expired. You cannot use that one to get Mercedes anymore, I believe. The Mercedes codes are all expired. But the other one, the other art book, the volume 2, that one with the smug Bellion emote, which I spam all the time, that one is still good.
Well, somebody asked earlier, what if I've been playing for 6 years, but I've only ever made it to bronze? Then you qualify for the champion and below bracket. When we say 1 champ, 1 imp, 1 newbie, we mean 1 person who is champ or below, 1 person who's imp and below, and 1 person whose account's made in 2025. Now, chances are the streamer's probably going to want to take the person who's going to be best for the team, and the guy who's emperor or champion RTA might get some preferential treatment over the guy who's bronze, unless you bring one hell of a show. If you freaking crush their tournament and beat everybody with your bronze framed ass, bet you money the streamer takes you with them. I don't have much swag left to give, but I'm pretty sure I've got at least one of these giant ass mouse pads laying around here that I could probably throw out there. But I've been working with Smilegate to get us some swag to be given away too, or maybe not swag, but maybe some in-game rewards. Like I said, I can't go into details that much, but definitely tune in. Things are going to happen.
It's definitely not swag because swag is short for stuff we all get. Which
and then it's not swag, but you get what I mean.
It's not. You don't have enough mats for that, bro.
What if I'm a new player and I finished in champion?
Then you qualify for the new player.
You qualify for the new player. I think the
both technically.
Yeah, I think technically, yeah.
They want to get one for one or the other. Like, you know,
if he's got 2 newbies that he likes, he'll call you the champ.
Yeah.
theoretically, you could end Emperor. Theoretically, you could end Legend. But if your count is 2025 and earlier, you would qualify as a newbie. For all the nuns
true.
of...
That actually is very true.
Yeah.
So if you're at KHM and you just finished your first Legend season, but your account was made in 2025, there you fucking go.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
that will be vetted, guys. This isn't a I went out and was gifted a god tier account, but I've only been playing this game for 6 months. No, they're going to look at the account creation date.
Yeah, they're checking your account creation date. They're checking what the highest finish on the account was. You know, we talked about that plenty. So you are not sneaking in there.
Yep.
Yeah, at this point, like, I have to reach out to my newbie player, but I've already got my Emperor and my my champion player locked.
Here's the link to the stove post. Sorry, the
format, but
the YouTube Nightbot's cutting off. Sorry about that. Let me just pin it.
Right now, too, how are you and your guys feeling about doing the Chinese cruise format? So, like, if you win streak, every single character you've ever played is banned.
Oh, I'm down for that. I think it makes for better content.
Yeah, because the vibe I'm getting every time I tune into one of these, right? Unfortunately, I had to miss yours because I've been battling my own sleep schedule. Is people just really want to see different characters being played, and if that's the case, then as long as everybody and every single one of their teammate is down, which we're probably going to talk about after Xander gets his team selected right before Christmas. Yeah, I'll kind of do a write-up guide and walk you guys through the Chinese cruise format. Basically, in a 4-man format, if you get to the last match, there's something like 40 to 50 characters banned.
Yep.
So there's no meta characters in the game anymore, and everything is fundamentals.
To give me like an example, right? Like, if this was the 4-man team that we had, like going left to right, Anya, me, Valky, Tristen, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's basically like Anyu's, when it gets to me, his stuff is banned, and then when it gets to you, me and Anyu's stuff is banned. And then when it gets to Tristen, our anchor, he's got to play with all of our other stuff banned.
No. So it goes like this, right? So let's say Anyu's the newest player, right? So he gets to play first. So he gets to play all the OP bullshit, right? So when he wins, right, everything he played is now banned for him only.
Oh, okay.
But the only thing that rolls over to you are all the pre-bans. So if we lose, or like, let's say our team loses, right, and you go up, the only thing that applies to you is the pre-bans. And now you, as like the second ranked player, has to play against their new player. And their new player has all their good shit banned. So you have a pretty good chance of just uprooting them, right? But if you uproot them, make sure you don't use your good shit, right? You gotta be able to hold a couple of cards back.
Yeah, you have to.
For people who are saying this is terrible for new players, remember the new players only fight the new players.
Don't even fucking be tripping. New players have every single character available to them. I don't want to fucking hear how hard it is for the new players. This is the one format where if you're the new player and you're going first, the game plays exactly the fucking same.
It plays the same. It's for like the streamer plays last. So like me, Vic, Xander, and Ace are gonna be like.
Yeah, good luck.
We're gonna have so much stuff banned.
Guys,
we're gonna be like, bro, like we're gonna be like first picking like, you're gonna be like first picking stuff you haven't played in like forever, dude. You'll be like, oh yeah.
You'd be lucky if you could first pick SSB.
Now that we're starting to get through the preliminaries, we're starting to flesh out who's in the tournament. Now we're sitting down, coming up with the final rule set of the tournament. Nothing is married yet, but we will have a full post. Announced probably by Smilegate, definitely by us, with details on what the rule set will be well in advance of the January 10th tournament. So don't panic. We're not going to drop a surprise bomb on you 24 hours before the tournament. This will be well posted in advance, what the bans are, the format is, all the details on that. But none of that matters because we haven't done the qualifiers yet. Go and fight in Xander's tournament. He's got details on how his tournament's being run on his sign-up page. If you can't read Spanish, well, that's what Google translates for. It'll explain to you how he's doing it, and you can get in there and fight in his tournament, win some damn Skystones. Each person playing only once. The newbie fights the newbie. Think of it like this. We got 4 teams. Think of it like the teams are a single person in a tournament, and the individuals fight each other, and newbie fights newbie, champ fights champ, emp fights emp, streamer fights streamer, and if there's a tie, the streamer's fight will count as double to break the tie, and that's how we will determine who wins, and then moves first. And yes, it is Tungsten. Yes, it is. So yeah, it's as balanced and competitive a method as we could think of to make it fun for everybody, so that nobody gets in here and goes, oh well, I'm not a whale and I've not been playing for 6 years and I don't have every unit in the game, so I've got no chance of winning. We want it to be competitive and fun for everybody involved at all levels of play, and to keep it exciting.
All right, Tristen said the nice guys thing, so I'm gonna say the villain thing. If your mindset is, oh, I'm not a whale, I can't do this, brother, RTA is a draft and strategy game first and a gacha game second. If that's your mindset, you are so far behind the competition already, you might as well not try. You know, I'll save you some fucking time. I got you, don't worry. You can ask very free-to-play players in chat, like Kylon. I'm fairly sure I knew it was like relatively free-to-play as well. Like,
yeah, right,
this is, you can very easily catch up to people who don't put the time in, who don't put the reps in or the effort in, being completely free to play. If you think just because you're not a whale, you can't do this, quit already. All right, like, you can't do it anyway. I'll save you some fucking time.
Man, Valky owning the libs and the noobs all in one stream. Brutal.
But I mean, there is truth to what he's saying though, bro.
Like I'll say it this way. Like, oh no, these guys are whales, I can't ever beat them, is not a thing good players have ever said. Okay, you look at every single like young legend player, like legend players who hit legend when their account's pretty new. KHM, Daystar, fucking, I don't know how young Bob was, right? None of them ever said that bullshit. All of them just said, oh, what are the whales playing? How do I beat them? Right? And they figured out ways to do that. Like, if you have a defeatist mindset, you are not going to succeed in a competitive game. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. Like it's the harsh truth, right? Like, you're probably silver in League of Legends. You probably haven't ever touched plat in Teamfight Tactics. And if you play Marvel Rival, like, holy shit, man, I'd be so happy for you if you can even scrape silver there. All right? And there are, guess what? Whales don't make a fucking difference in any of those games either. All right?
Yeah, it's a mindset thing. It's really a mindset thing, and that's also going back to what I was saying like 10-15 minutes ago. Like, I was like, my team, I'm taking them into the hyperbolic time chamber, bro. We're gonna cook some technology, we're gonna get some sauce, because like that's the kind of stuff you need to win a tournament, right? It's you know, keeping the cards close to a vest, having a strategy, and executing on that.
Yeah, like, guys, I'm not a sadist. I don't enjoy being mean, but like, most competitive games is a mindset thing. That's why when you have guys who pick up Epic 7 and they hit Legend in like a year, they're usually like challenger rank, or they're top 100, top 200, top 500 in all the other competitive games they play as well, right? Like, I'm top like 0.5% in this game. Like, I'm generally top 0.5% in every other competitive game I play. And that's just like, your mindset will carry you as far in this game as it will in any other game, right? It's just a very different mode.
Yeah, I mean that checks. Like, recently, I don't play it as much anymore, but like Marvel Rivals, like I was Celestial in that game, and like, you know, obviously like all the other card games that I play, I have like a multitude of like store championships, state championships, like regional wins, regional tops, Nats tops, right? Like, it happens when you play the game enough. Like, one of the truest things that I've ever heard, I think it might have been Justin Wong who said it, is like, the reason he's so good at so many games is like, once you develop like a good mindset and good fundamentals, and you understand how to win and how to succeed, it just transfers to like other games.
Yeah. It's like, if you guys ever met a top player in one game, they're generally also top players in other games. It's why so many legend players in Epic 7 are also masters, grandmasters, and challenger players in Teamfight Tactics as well. Because like, it requires literally the same mindset of how you have to run calculations of RNG and against RNG on like a on-the-fly scenario. Higa is Masters in League. Yeah, there's plenty of like Masters and higher League players. I'm pretty sure Cry was a very, very high rank. He was GM, if not Challenger, in League as well. Like, yeah, getting good in competitive games is very real. Like, you know, people say that as a meme for stuff like Elden Ring, but like, in games where you physically have to play against other people, you have to win against them on the mental level. on top of actually winning against them in terms of mechanics or skill or draft.
That's games and everything.
Yeah,
Yo,
100%.
All right, guys. This is a long one, and I'm tired,
Yeah.
and I want to go check out that
Sorry,
Surmy
what
that lives in behind my eyelids. So I'm going to
damn, dude.
ask
Not
you
Diene,
guys to
not Hecate,
say your
damn.
farewells and promote your own stuff. Tell me all about your guys. Promote your socials, all that good stuff.
All right, I guess I'll go first since I'm on the left. Yeah, you guys know me, Emmanuel. I'm actually gonna get back to streaming very soon because I'll not have classes bothering me. And if you want my perspective on the tournaments, the video should be uploaded roughly around tomorrow or the day after. So you can get all of my little thoughts of how I was playing soon.
You guys know me. I'm Sue. I'm here literally every 2 weeks with Tristen doing this podcast. I am, I guess, known as a nitpicker and a Doom poster now. And I also do Chaos Zero Nightmare content, I guess.
Hey, speaking of Chaos Zero Nightmare content, that's actually what I do now. I'm the insane Asian guy from Tristen's podcast. You can catch my Epic 7 stuff on Tristen Wolf's channel because I don't want to brick my algorithm for CZN. If you are
That's me
playing
right
the main game, that's everybody's main game, while E7 side games, right? Yeah, follow me on YouTube, but also I'm helping Tristen organize the Wolfpack series, so you know, follow that, and you'll see what we're about on the day of the finals. We're gonna cook it up.
All right, guys. I think I'll tell you about me. You're already here. So I hope you guys have some good luck tomorrow. I'm going to sleep in a little bit. I won't be doing pulls right away, but we'll jump on and play with the new unit some, check out the new content. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Sign up for that tournament. If I don't see you guys, you have a great holiday week. And I'm going to send you guys over to Fobmaster. He raided me once, and I want to return the favor. He's playing some Path of Exile hardcore, so that's going to be fun to watch. I appreciate all you guys. Anyo, Sue, Valky, y'all the best. Thanks for being here and being a part of this. That's it. I got nothing else to say. Good night.